If you were a horse, you would do a lot of hoofing. Go to Secured Roofing and Restoration.
Or you saved it at the end.
I was a horse.
With a horse. Oh, you were the horse.
No, I was a horse the whole time.
I was a goddamn horse
the whole time I was a horse. I got a horse suit on. You're not even looking at me. Look, over here. I'm over here.
I don't look at it. Oh, my God.
These new rules you put in place. We have to do this.
I never noticed.
Hi, I'm over here. Yeah, hey, if you need a roof, and man, I think now would be the time because apparently hurricane season is the entire year.
Yeah.
It's the year.
Yeah.
What are we on now? Delta, Gamma?
Oh, man.
Where are we in the alphabet?
Well, speaking of that, if you have any sort of hail damage, I mean, we get thunderstorms and hail and
they're
winds.
Bad. They're bad.
Yeah, and, you know, something falls on your roof.
If only Secured would come over here and fix our computers when we get power surges that wreck things.
If you're looking for a quality roofer, securedroofingandrestoration.com. You can go to securedrr.com too. Goes the same place. You could fill out their form, free estimate. They'll offer contactless inspections if you think you have a problem.
Yeah.
They'll work with your insurance companies. Like I said, if there's bad weather, you think you have storm damage,
and some
give
of the
them a
things,
call.
Yeah, some of the things you want to look for that are great is all of their roofers are employed by Secured Roofing and Restoration. So you've got that. That's a big deal. They're not throwing it out to other guys. You don't know who the hell's up on your roof. They don't do that.
Yeah.
They also will let you finance it. That's a big deal, you know. And they got different options for that, and they can work on that with you. But like you said, right now everybody's like worried about their safety. Yeah, you should be, and they're able to do all of this contactless and to keep you and your family safe.
100%. And if you do have damage, you can give them a call, and between 24 and 48 hours, they'll come and tarp your roof so you don't have any more water damage or something like that. And they'll help you all along the way. If you're looking for a quality roofer, it's securedroofingandrestoration.com.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 591.
It is a
What happened?
I don't know. It's show number, what do we do, 591?
Yeah, that's
591, a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How are you?
I am all right.
Our sales guy extraordinaire. You might call him Butler. You might call him Dobson. Today we call him Vinkman. It's Butler. What's up, Butler?
Hey, yeah.
Oh, you're bad. Did you hear the silence?
Yeah.
Did you hear the silence from Tom?
Yeah.
Tom can't take his... You don't know how to work a zipper, sir.
Get your glasses on. Grandpa got his zipper stuck.
You ruined it. You're going to ruin that shirt. No. Don't rip it. Don't rip it.
No, go back. I went up.
Oh.
All right.
He got his brand new Tom and Dan polo caught in the
old dick in the zipper.
Yeah, the old zipper on his hoodie. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, I believe this is the first time we've ever had him in studio.
Yeah,
when he was a U.S. citizen.
Uh-huh.
He waited until it wasn't cool to be American. Ladies and gentlemen, Toni Ray.
What's up, Dirty Birds?
The original DB is here. He is.
We put a butt in your ass is the American way.
How do I still know that? My God.
It's patriotic.
Some things, hey, these colors don't run.
Hey, that's not even what's new right now. That's not the only thing that's new right now. I don't know if you noticed on my Facebook today, I did a little update on my Facebook, very subtle. My name is no longer Toni Rodriguez.
Oh, well, I better change that in the Twitch. All right, what is it?
Oh, yeah.
Tony Johnson.
I don't.
You know what's good for your business? To change your name.
What the hell is going on? What's your name now?
First you're Tony with a Y, then you're Tony with an I, then you're Rage, then you're Rodriguez, then you're Tony Trump.
Nitro Dynamite.
Are you just Nitro Dynamite, or are you Tony Nitro Dynamite?
No, Nitro Dynamite. That's it.
So we're going to talk about Tony Rage's or Rodriguez or Nitro's citizenship
Tony
in a second.
Wait, you changed your name to your first name's Nitro, last name Dynamite. All right, I'm okay with that.
And then if you're watching on Twitch, you'll notice that there is a
toy.
What seems to be a bunch of garbage next to Travis Butler, and he is dressed like a Ghostbuster, and we'll talk all about that because Travis brought his proton pack in today. But before we talk about any of this,
can you see it? I mean, there it is. I zoomed in on it, so
it's
everybody
bleaking. He kept pushing the buttons. It was making the sounds and just getting more and more mad.
Well, we're going to showcase that a little bit later in the show.
I actually, right before the show, I calmed myself down, and I figured it out, and I'll tell you guys. I literally...
Figured what out? There's a lot to figure out here.
Yeah.
When you say I figured it out, we have so many problems, I don't know which one you're talking about.
I am now not mad at Travis for building his proton pack, and I'll explain to you in a second. But first, I'll tell you about our new merch on TomandDan.com.
Okay, look at this guy's a pro.
And also the PIF, the Magic Dragon watch party we're going to do next, is it Saturday?
Saturday,
yeah. It's the 17th. I already got my ticket, so I will be there. I'm ready to go.
So basically, we just told all BDMs and anybody who wants to watch with us, Tom and Dan listeners, that if you want to watch the PIF, the Magic Dragon, he puts on this pretty awesome magic show.
It's live from Vegas, virtual show. He built out his own stage to do these virtual shows, put a ton of money and tech into it. I'm really excited to do it. It's only $25 for a ticket. That's your whole house.
Yeah, so your whole family can watch it on TV, and it's interactive. I'm going to have my sons watch it. It's family friendly. So,
damn! The chat room's already saying there's a ton of people already saying they got their tickets. So if you do want to do that, it will sell out.
It's limited amount. Is limited. So get those. Also, I want to remind everybody about the True Leaf promotion we got going on right now. If you go to any True Leaf location, we have a banner up on TomandDan.com.
You know what's funny? I go to True Leaf a lot.
I know. I was there. I went to Longwood, dude.
It's almost as if I'm addicted to marijuana. Not possible.
Am I the first one of the show to get their edible recommendation? I'm going to go this weekend because I went there to get the capsules, the True Leaf capsules. I like the edibles and
this is, by the way, the tossing of pills down the throat. That's what Tom did with his hands. You can't see that in radio world or podcast world, but he does the old down the hatch.
That's only the move. That's only the move a cartoon would make when he's eating a bunch of pills. It's not just one. It's every handful.
It makes me laugh.
That's like what I do when I'm in Skittles at the movies.
Anyway, so if you buy anything at True Leaf, you just fill out the form and take a picture of what you bought, send it in, and you will get mailed to you a True Leaf gift bag filled with a bunch of things.
It's a bunch of stuff.
I mean, it's all the stuff we were going to give away at our last BDM event, and it's stuffed in a bag, and you'll get it all. I can go through the list. The list is on the front of the BDM page.
Way to sell it. It's stuffed in a bag, and you get it all.
It's just so much. It's too much to list.
It could be a dead rat.
There's koozies, a free double D from Gringo's in there. There's sunglasses.
Okay, why?
Take all those out and give them to me.
We put these fucking bags together, 5 years ago, it seems like now. With COVID, there was no COVID or nothing. None of you thought to bring the double D coupons here.
I know.
So we can at least benefit and give them to our friends and shit. Where are the bags?
To take them out of the bags.
They're locked up at Eric's warehouse?
Well, Eric's got them now. He mails them out.
God.
So anyway, one per month. So each time, there's no limit. Every month, you can go to True Leaf, take a picture, fill out the form.
You
get it for free.
I have to audit Eric on these taco coupons.
And here's the thing: you get all this free stuff, and it helps us because at the end of the month, we were like, look how many Tom and Dan listeners.
Look how much money we wasted.
Bought stuff at Truly
it's
did.
a way to prove that.
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah, it's great.
So it's free
There's
stuff for
sponsorship
you.
work.
I
and
just
it's
don't
easy.
understand why well, never mind.
Yeah, get the edible recommendation. I'll give my review on the True Leaf edibles. Apparently, they're one of the only dispensaries that have edibles. And by the way, if you don't have your recommendation, I just did my telemedicine re-up, and it's easier than it's ever been. Literally, they call me and they're like, "You still want?" I'm like, "I want
If
it."
you
Give
still
me the
want
edibles.
it, send a
And then they're like-
send one emoji to this
And
number.
they're like, and he's like, "And enter, it's done." And I'm like, "Yeah!" In my
I
truck.
heard him scream.
In my truck. 2 seconds it took. Anyway, so it's easy. All right, so
Oh, fucking A.
let's start with this proton pack because I started clowning on Butler. I don't know, how long did it take you?
Yeah, when did
a couple
you-
weeks ago you started, right?
Butler, when did you decide to take on this particular project?
Man, I guess it was probably about 2.5 weeks ago I started. I was not to be all down, but I was going through some of my younger brother's stuff in storage unit, and I found some random props that he had kind of made. He was a big nerd, and he used to go dressed up as all kinds of stuff to work all the time. So he had a whole little. It was definitely very makeshift. Made
The
out of
Butlers
PVC.
known for their costuming.
Known for us costumes.
Yeah, you're
we,
costume guys.
Even your older brother with the Borat slingshot,
Yeah, I mean,
he's kind of little goofing him, but he's more
they-
professional than you.
Yeah. They all love to. Their life of the part. They're fun guys. It's a fun family.
Yeah.
I've met your parents. Everybody in your family.
Yeah.
If you're hanging with his fam, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
But butlers are there to please.
yeah.
that's
It's
probably true,
built
yeah.
into the genetics.
Yeah.
So
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this proton pack before I tell you guys how I've now figured it all out and I'm fine with it. So I noticed that it's about, you said this is 75% of the size of a real one?
80%. Yeah, it's slightly 80. Yeah.
So
It's
20%.
a smaller version.
It's not as tall. I think it's just about as wide, but it's just not as tall. It goes up a little higher.
It's the Daniel version, just as wide, not as tall.
So let's talk. Okay, let's stand up and tell us
Stand
about
up and
it.
pull your pants down. I want you to slap your cock a couple times hard and hurt yourself.
I'm going to get these references wrong, obviously, and a lot of nerds are going to get mad. But so you got the backpack and the gun,
Correct.
and then
proton
the
the wand.
It's another backpack.
Okay, yeah.
This is a proton pack and a wand.
Okay, this is the wand.
This is specifically
it's the
Egon's wand.
All right.
Egon's wand is what I call my cock. I tell my wife, I'm like, you want to suck Egon's wand?
Oh, God.
So this is specifically
I call her
Egon.
Zool.
Correct.
Okay, why is it different than Venkman and all the other?
just this wand specifically because this is actually this is like I guess a toy from Hasbro that.
Why are you going with Egon's? Why didn't you go with Vinkman's?
Well, because this is the Egon wand made by Hasbro for the new Ghostbusters movie coming out next year.
Oh, so the
After
only
that.
one they make.
They only make an Egon.
As of right now, they only make an Egon one.
Are you going to collect the other ones?
No,
The Venkman, and then what are the other guys?
Stance and
Stanley.
Yeah, red black guy. I think that's what every white dad did though. They went that black guy, right? That's what they did because they're bad people.
How are you so into Ghostbusters to build this
Winston.
proton pack and you didn't
Winston.
know all the characters' names? Listen, I at least know all the
I
NFL
put him on the
quarterbacks.
spot. I put him on the spot.
He's also Stony Baloney. Leave him alone.
Okay, so tell us about you bought the wand, so that's just
that's what kind of catalyst I saw. Actually, BDM Eric Rodriguez, shout out to him. He actually bought this one. He collects all those pinball machines and all these other nerd shit. It's awesome. And he had this guy, and I wanted it. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. I want one of those.
I want an Egon one.
I want an Egon wand. I was like, I want it. So after I got that, I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm going to start building the entire thing.
I
can do this.
and then you have the trap.
I have a ghost trap, correct?
Yeah. And then is that something you built yourself, or
no? I got that from Spirit, and then I kind of customized it myself with other effects and
Now,
weathering.
what? Tell me some of the things. Let's start with the
Let's
start
push
with
the
the
button
ghost
so,
trap.
A lot of listeners are just listening to this and not looking.
What
at it.
did you add to the ghost trap to make it like a little?
I don't. The hose actually isn't attached at all because I don't have a pedal for it, so it's kind of both.
But what did it cost you to get just like the basic?
The basic, this actually, the wand was the most expensive part. This was like $90.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's a $90 wand.
So the rest of it actually added up to all of this plus the some of the wiring, probably another $250.
Okay.
So is it branded as a Ghostbuster
Proton pack.
or is it like a generic ghost hunting tool?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like-
yeah. They don't have to go like cartoon plumber from Super Mario. Like,
No, these are like everything. These are all authorized and official merchandise from Ghostbusters. It's with Spirit Halloween. So
Gotcha.
They,
Yeah, so
they have authorization.
they have a
so-
deal.
They have a deal.
I know this is going to be absurd that I'm even asking
ahead.
this question, but I imagine that you know and that some other nerds have talked about this, so they
But
figured
how
it out.
cavernous is your vagina? Calm down. Yeah.
So
That's cool, dude.
the actual proton pack is shoots the power out of the gun,
Out of the wand.
and then it hits the ghost.
It actually holds the ghost. They actually trap it and then bring it down into the trap.
Yeah, you never played the game. You gotta bring it down,
Yeah,
bring it down,
yeah,
bring it
I've
down,
seen the
bring it down,
movie.
bring it down, bring it
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Step the trap.
I saw the movie when I was a child, and it was appropriate.
Well, no, like
for
the video
children.
game.
It's actually an adult movie.
Ghost blowjob.
They didn't.
Ghost
I was
blowjob.
going to tell you about the ghost job. We've talked about it for years. That's what made me a man.
Where does the cum go? The cum goes on the floor, right?
No,
Because
no.
it falls through the ghost.
Yeah.
No, it's like the Invisible Man. Like you see the cum go down the gullet
Yeah.
into the stomach.
Or do you just
It
see
just
it around
floats in
the
its
ghost's
ghost
mouth and you're like, come on! And the ghost is like, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the toilet. And then
There's a
it
thumb in
spits
it.
it. And then it's like, I'm going downstairs to get some Cheez-Its. Do you want Cheez-Its? And then you're like, no, ghost, I don't want Cheez-Its. I'm tired. and then the ghost is like, well, now that we've done that, now I'm awake. I'll have to read my book now because it energizes me. And then you have to say, well, it puts me to sleep. It relaxes me. Well, it doesn't relax me. It makes me up, and I'll just read my book. I guess that's what I'm supposed to be. I guess I'm just a piece of meat. And then you put your sleep mask on, you ignore the ghost, and you sit still, like real still.
Hey, can you please make your car payment?
I'm like, you're crunching your Cheez-Its loud. Jesus. Ghost. Don't
So
divorce me. Ghost.
the actual
I love you.
proton pack itself generates the energy to shoot the crazy twisty laser.
Yes.
That
What's
holds-
happening?
I just turned it on.
Oh God, damn it! And the twisty
Holy shit.
laser
Sounds awesome.
That sounds fucking great. Where's that coming from, Butler?
A speaker attached.
It,
Did it come with the speaker?
No, I customized
Hold
it.
on. Speaker.
Wait a minute here.
Well,
Great way to sell it.
where's the speaker?
It's inside.
Because I want to shit all over this dude, but that's really cool.
Okay, hold on.
Show me the
You-
speaker.
You and Tony were impressed by a sound. Are we fucking? Anybody
I would have to
can-
turn this whole thing around, but yeah, it's
Like
on the backside.
miking the count.
Yeah, it's loud as fuck.
I can search that sound on my cell phone and play it for you if you want.
But it's not
because
going to sound like that.
It's
All right, search the sound, Mr. Know-It-All. What kind of sound is that?
It'll take
What
me
are you
a
gonna search
while
for?
because I can't navigate the internet.
Because you can't read.
I gotta go to Ask Jeeves and Google. Anyway, so then the trap actually holds
the ghost until they put it in the containment facility. Correct.
And then how many ghosts
that?
can fit per trap?
You're talking about something that's not real.
I know. That's
I
why
would,
I'm talking about it.
I would like to say at least one.
All right.
No, I think it's one per trap, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you open it back up again, the other ghost is going to get out.
Yeah, because then you grab that and you go to the vault, and that's when you
Yeah.
shove in this and
yeah.
release the ghost into the whatever, the big vault.
Yeah, correct.
Now, does the actual wand make a noise?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Let's
my
take a
God,
guess.
really?
Okay.
So we will just power this guy
Hold on.
up.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, here we go.
You got it?
Put your mic on there. I'd rather hear the.
Well, I'm not working.
Oh, no.
There we go.
There's fucking happened?
switches do you have on that nerd?
There's three switches. You got to put it. I was flipping the wrong one in the wrong order. And then turn it up.
There we go. Did you just comb your
You're a
hair?
good girl.
I want to remind everybody at home, this man is older than I am.
Yeah, that's a
I
fact.
just want everybody.
There we go. Yeah, now I got the switches on my Venkman.
This is an old British man. Like, don't be fooled by this baby shit you're hearing. It's a middle-aged British man that in the 1940s would wear a bolo hat.
A bolo? You mean a bolo is a tie, right? What's a bolo hat?
A bowler hat?
A bowler hat?
I don't know what the damn shit is called.
A bolo.
I only know cowboy.
You meant bowler, but it's
A bolo.
I don't know the goddamn British
What the
hats.
fuck is a bolo hat?
Anyway, okay, so this is why.
Everybody's just clowning you because you hired him.
Clown me!
Because you hired him.
No, I didn't. He didn't come in with it.
I came in a Pee-wee suit.
Now,
I didn't have the bow tie. I only knew it was a Pee-wee suit after.
I was
I
told.
thought you were poor, and that was the only suit you had.
Can you power down your pack, sir?
Yeah, please.
I was told by Tom
Oh, God.
that Butler was hired wearing a Pee Wee Herman suit, and I go, that never happened.
But he had the collar. He didn't have the red Pee Wee Herman bow tie, so I didn't know. And I only figured it out later after years. And then he showed me one time him dressed like Pee Wee Herman. I was like, "That's a suit you got hired in."
Pee Wee. It is me, Terry, the doctor.
So to my defense, I only knew years later it was a goddamn Pee Wee Herman suit. Anyway, here's why I'm
You've
fine
been
with it.
clowned from the very first interview. The interview is clown.
It's my
know.
long con.
Yeah, it is a good long con. He's winning. You
How
know
long
that.
has it been? How long have you worked here?
3 years.
Over 3 years now.
Over 3 years.
Yeah, as he sips his water.
Anyway, this is why I'm fine with it.
You rule, Butler.
Okay. I realize what this is. This is the modern day old man train set. You see what I'm saying? This is.
Well, I don't think you'd ever catch my grandpa wearing that shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God!
What is that?
Your grandpa would wear that when he's killing Nazis.
Oh my God! It lights up.
What is that?
These are my ecto goggles.
Ecto goggles.
God damn it.
What do you use ecto goggles for?
See the
so I can
cum
help see the
stains.
ghosts and the cum stains.
Did you build that or buy that?
These are all spirit. Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, this is the old man train set. This is the old man goes up to his
Puts on his
attic,
engineer hat.
puts on his engineer, and then starts painting little trains and stuff.
Yeah.
And see, we never look at an old man and call him a nerd. You're like, yeah, it's an old man.
I
It's a-
do.
His friends do.
Yeah,
you
you're right. You're right. But,
Yeah, Sam thinks he's.
I even went and saw like a whole old man train set up at the was it Arbitorium? I always forget how to say
Yeah.
that shit. North Carolina, and I was like, this is some nerd shit, but hey, I love it.
I like train sets.
But here's-
I'm a fan.
Here's what I didn't realize. Other old men his age are calling that old man a nerd. I didn't realize, because I was always like a young kid seeing this grandpa that put together a train set. I'm like, oh, that's what grandpas do. They have little hobbies
But you
and
didn't
knickknacks.
think it was nerd shit when you were a kid?
I didn't, because I didn't look at grandpas like nerds for whatever reason. I looked like my peers
Well,
as nerds.
you're the worst
not
kind
old.
of nerd. You're a fucking plant nerd.
I didn't.
That's true.
They're the worst.
I thought
Fuck
nerds.
a plant nerd.
Except that he doesn't know anything about the plane.
You're right.
Well, that comes into play. You'll hear that on
Well,
Monday.
the difference is that plans and trains are a real thing.
Right.
Wow.
But here's the
Pizza
okay.
party, new citizen.
All
That was
right.
good.
But
Good luck killing this, though.
but it's the.
Okay, fair enough. We're getting a nice debate here. So this is unkillable and easier to control. You have to worry about weather and that sort of stuff.
Don't have to feed it.
Yeah, probably about the same amount of money. I bet Tom spent thousands on his plants.
That generation of old men that were painting their
B-52s.
all the
Well, the little
World War II
metal
airplanes.
figurine. Remember when
that's
that
all
was
they
a
had.
thing?
That was the nerdy things to them: trains and model sets and stuff.
What
like-
about RC cars?
And it's just. Yeah, RC cars, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's their nerd. And this is now the current old man nerd thing, which is, movies and stuff.
Because trains are not cool. Or as cool as they
Well,
were.
also nerd culture is now accepted. So like adults with Legos and
Yeah.
just setting up their rooms with a bunch of Funko Pops, like that's normal now.
But train is also dated technology.
It's dated. I'm just saying, it's just the modern day version of the old man train.
No, I feel like the modern day version would be drones. Like this thing, I've never seen any other dad putting together something like this.
Okay, hold on.
I say that because of
what
model.
Tony's saying, though, I get because it's something that you're using. It's like a vehicle vehicle, a drone.
Model trains you're not using, though.
Yeah, but the model train, it just goes around the circle. And
But it's still like a vehicle.
But they like painting the mountains and the little people and then just setting up the trees. That's this. I mean, look at the whole thing. He's put little wires attached to it and speakers and stuff. This is Old Man Train.
Show me the wires that you have added.
Yeah.
The ribbon cable, but most of my stuff that I've added is actually on the internal. The components all on the inside.
Okay, gotcha. Like
so
the lighting.
everything that I've done on this is weathering. There's I had to get a second stickering kit. There is a lot of like custom detailing that I did with brushwork.
Yeah, I see the brushwork.
weathering.
I see the weathering.
Yeah.
I see the patina. I see the light. You straightened your light. That looks great.
Old Man
It's
Train.
still a little crooked, but yeah.
Oh, really? I can't see it. I can't see it from here.
Old man sandpaper. And
Yeah. This is
No
why
sandpaper,
I'm
just
fine
dry
with it.
brushing, sir.
Because this is just the model, the RC. This
Now,
is
what
just
about the suit? And what about the shirt, the pants?
That's the conductor hat.
Okay.
And the overalls.
Okay, so you have deemed this acceptable. So you're no longer.
I'm not
'cause
mad at
Earlier
it.
this week, you were fucking fuming mad for no reason, mad at Butler.
Because I couldn't understand it. Now that I've categorized it as Old Man
So you're not
Train.
because you told me yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, you told me if he brings that shit in, I'm gonna stomp it. So you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna.
It's close. It's a quote. I might have eliminated a few of the curse words. So you're not gonna stomp it flat.
I'm not gonna stomp the old man's mountains.
Boy, would that be fun, though. That'd be fun.
He took a long time painting them and making them look legit. And I understand now. It's just how you go.
It's a respect thing. I didn't chop your plants. You don't chop my proton.
All right.
The plants there's a science behind his.
So we do have a problem here because Butler came in this morning and he brought all his gear in.
Yeah.
And I was here and he came in like right after me and he was all, gussied up in his deal. And, I gave him some stick and I'm, fucking with him a little bit. And then he looked like sad. And then I'm like, well, why are you all like, because, we all care about each other here. We like fucking around and making fun of each other. But at the end of the day, we're still a team. We work together. I said, what's wrong? And now you're going through some sort of like depression because you're done with this project and you need a new project.
Midlife crisis.
He's all bummed out.
Yeah.
Like he was like, well, I just don't know what I'm going to add to it now.
Yeah.
And,
Old man's train set filled the whole room.
Yes.
Got nowhere to go.
Yes.
No more track can be filled.
So he actually has completed this, but when he came in this morning, I think you'll agree, you were sad.
Yeah, I mean, it was like finishing a good series or a TV series. I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, it's like the end
what
of
am I
Ted
going to do?
Lasso. I was
We're
kind of
doing
bummed
Pee-wee's
out.
bike.
Well,
right?
Pee-wee's, that's more of a long-term thing.
Did you hear about this? He's going to build his next build. Yesterday he said on ACT.
Oh, wow, you got another job interview?
Get him.
Wow, that's two for Toni.
I
got a job.
Now that you're American, I'll let you do that to the Brits.
Yeah.
Now you're with us.
God, I like American Tony way better than Venezuelan Tony.
Yeah.
Telling you, man, boots and asses.
So, by the way, Butler was moping around this morning.
He's sad.
And then I'm like, what's wrong, Butler? He's like, I'm having a bad week. I'm like, you're having a bad week? You're dressed like a goddamn Ghostbuster at work. How bad could it be?
And then me and Dan bought him a bag of candy.
We did. And then he got mad about that because they're like, do not snuck in at the office. I'm like,
Dude, you got some balls carrying that thing around town, man. You're going to have the SWAT team calling your ass.
That's true.
I didn't think about that.
It
For
is an
someone that's
unlicensed
not
nuclear
familiar.
submarine.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It does look like a bomb.
It's fine. He has an All Lives Matter sticker on, right there. Dead center. He's fine. Totally fine.
So switch gears to Toni for a
Actually, it
second.
says Blue Lives Matter. I don't know about that one.
So
Blue lights.
That's what it is.
So, Toni, let's talk about your citizenship.
Did you call him Turdy?
No,
That's what it sounds like.
That's my new name, Turdy. Turdy Turdison.
So, what day did you finally become a United States citizen?
It was a Tuesday. No, it was the 29th, I think it was.
Okay.
It was a Tuesday.
So, how long have you been waiting for this? Like, I know that since we met, I think that even the process, like 10 years ago, you started. It was like, God damn, this takes a long time.
It takes a long time.
No, it wasn't even like I've been a resident since 2005. So technically, in 2010, I could have applied because you have to be a resident for at least 5 years in order to apply for it. I just decided not to because I was fine. I was living here, I was working here, paying taxes. Like I just felt like I'm
glad you put that part in there, motherfucker.
I just didn't feel the need.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's kind of like Butler in a way, right? Because you are a resident, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and like he's happy with his nationality, no issues, right?
Yeah.
You are allowed to live here. and it's all gravy.
This is our body odor couch. It's where we put everyone from any other country. We put them on there. Tom named it that.
It wasn't until recently when I decided just like, let's just kind of take the last step on this journey. You know what I mean? Like I haven't even been back to Venezuela since I moved here. And it's been 19 years. You know what I mean? I've lived half my life here, and this is where I met my wife, where my house is, where my things are. You know? I have no real interest in going back home. So what's the point? Like I can't travel anywhere because I didn't have a Venezuelan passport because it's been expired since like 200003.
Yeah.
So
and you're not going back there to get like I need to re-up my passport.
I feel like getting kidnapped this week, so let me go and do that. No, so so about a year and a half or 2 years ago, I ended up applying for my citizenship, and my interview was supposed to be in April, and it got canceled because of COVID. And
virtual.
No, in person. You have to be in person. Like it's no BS. In person, you're basically interviewing with robots. Like these people are they don't show any sign of.
Are these robots American citizens?
They're American robots.
But they.
So what's the interview? What's the interview process like?
The interview is actually. It was a lot easier than I expected. You always hear like the horror stories and all this stuff. Like,
so why do you want to work for America?
It's basically, you're basically giving up your previous nationality. You're swearing that you would fight for this country and all this other stuff, which is fine, great, yeah, of course I would.
Yeah. We got drones for that now. You know?
That's what I'm saying. I'll fly a drone, like if I have to.
If we're all holding gun, we're all fucked.
Hey, man,
we're soft ass snowflakes. I hope the military has enough drones because I can't put me out there with a gun. I'm soft.
And if you got fish, I can swing the shit out of those.
You do know that when they bombed Pearl Harbor, the only reason them Japanese generals didn't take it to the mainland is because they knew if they did that, everybody in America got a goddamn gun. They'd never stand a fucking chance, man. You know that. And they knew that. The biggest army are our hunters. Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
I'm kidding. I read that on Facebook yesterday. I was like, this is horseshit.
I'll try to fight with my rusty revolver and sandals and Dukes on, but they're mowing me down easy.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk out there. I'm going to wave. And I'm going to look, if any of you will let me and my family live with you, I'll suck all your dicks. Every dick gets sucked here by me. Just leave my family alone.
So
that's a pretty admirable thing to do.
What are some of the things in the interview like?
Okay, so the interview is basically they go through your application, right? It's just basically to make sure that all the information was correct. And then there were like 3 things that I messed up on. It was just it's silly stuff like how to do it online, and apparently there's a lot of glitches and bugs online. So
that doesn't sound like the internet I use.
Yeah, and so they have to make sure that everything is correct, and they go through all the questions. They go through they ask you things like, have you traveled outside the U.S. for how long? Are you a Nazi?
It's like getting
blood. Yeah,
yeah.
Trick question, hot shot. Does Abe Lincoln have a beard? Is it any of that? Did they throw any history in there?
They do. I mean, they do. They ask you they give you this pamphlet with 100 questions, like civics questions, from which they're going to ask you 10, from which you have to answer 6 or more. So I got my
6. Yeah, you're mad at that.
So they gave
the first president, true or false, was SpongeBob SquarePants.
So
I gotcha.
She started with the test. That was the very first thing she did. Was like the civics test.
They give it to you verbally. They only
verbally.
Oh, that's nerve wracking.
Oh yeah.
I thought you got to go into like a little cubicle and take your thing.
If it's human,
pull out your phone and cheat a little bit. Yeah.
I know all of it. But I probably do. But I've heard people. I've heard friends of mine that took their citizenship test that it's no bullshit. It's hard. And then they're like, you wouldn't even know it. I mean, I probably wouldn't.
It's right.
I mean, it's weird. Like
most Americans wouldn't.
Yeah. Some questions, and I have the test here if you guys want to.
I want to go there.
I want to be a citizen.
Some questions are the easiest thing you can think of, but then some are like what the fuck?
You actually have to know U.S. history and things.
Who's buried in Grants?
Just like for example, it's like who's your state representative right now? Who the fuck knows that? You have to go look. You have to go look for that.
I don't know.
I thought Moira was.
No, running for tax collector.
Spit out my monster.
Was it Dick Trickle?
Moira.
No, Dick Trickle's a race car driver and a fake one. I believe.
Taxes.
Oh, he was a real one.
Yeah.
Cole Trickle's the fake
There's
one.
a guy running. His name's like Dick Gobble or some shit. Like
Dick Gobble.
Something like that.
Dick Goble?
Yeah, you see the signs on the street. But so they ask you these questions. Like I got all 6 correct, like the first 6. So she stopped. She didn't need to ask me anything else.
Goods.
Yeah,
You're an American
and
superstar.
they know everything about you. Obviously, she had a folder this thick in front of her. And
About you?
About me.
Fuck
they got
that.
everything. They know everything.
Or
Is
do
it
they just
true?
do that to trick you? It's like the first page is you, but everything else, it's like a roll of money on a drug dealer.
They're like,
It's
is
like
it-
the first bill is a hundo, everything else under's a 1.
I don't know, but it did intimidate me. Like knowing
Yeah.
she like smacked it at one point. So yeah,
They're like, is it true that you ordered a Budweiser at the zoo?
Oh,
you work for
fuck.
Miller Coors.
You mother... That's not American.
but
To
no,
make
dude,
two of America's greatest breweries fight each other for your love?
And so basically that goes down, and then they didn't give me.
While they're telling you the quiz, as far as like the civic stuff, do they tell you after you answer whether it's right or not? Or do they
No.
wait to the end?
They wait till the end. But I knew.
Okay.
I mean, I knew I was right.
Okay.
And I was actually counting in my hand, like, okay, that's one question.
Did you
right.
practice?
Yeah,
Did
of course.
you study?
Of course. Yeah, like I'm saying, they give you the 100 questions. So what I ended up doing,
You could have came over. I
I'll
could have
memorize
tutored you.
all of it.
So,
Yeah,
I
that
know
would've been
America. So,
Yeah, there's nobody more American than Tom American.
Hey, look at my Instagram. You see it, you're like, this guy's American.
So
Where's
like,
his flags?
Dumb.
that's the beautiful thing about this. People that would like literally like study these things, like buy books just to like study this stuff. Like I listen to podcasts and audiobooks so much that I found the audiobook that just basically was question answer.
So you want to be
question,
American? Read by Andy Dick. Published by Simon and Schuster, 2004.
So it was just...
saving my kids.
So that's what I mean. That's that whole week I would listen to it like a couple times a day, and it was just like ingrained in my brain. Like, it was just super easy. Like.
So after the, like, when she's interviewing you and after the interview, is there like a great reveal that you passed, or are they
Well, what they do is
nonchalant?
they reach into an envelope, and when they go to pull out the results, they just pull out an American flag.
It's like a sex reveal to burn the place down.
This is not.
They shoot into a box.
This is not.
That's awesome.
Well, it's not a bandana, Charlie Daniels.
So you do find out.
Rest in peace. Like, what? They're weird.
Sir, it was, this ain't a rag, it's a flag, and I never wear it on my head.
So, yeah, how do they tell you?
So you do find out. So they print out a sheet, right, that has like a bunch of information, and whether you passed or whether they need more time or no, or like you did not pass.
Okay.
So when she printed mine out, at that point, I remember thinking like, yeah, it's done, and she needed more time. She told me that she couldn't make a decision right then, and it was because
it's subjective, up to her.
Well, yeah, it was because there were 3 things. Like I said, on the application itself, there were 3 questions that weren't answered correctly. It was an honest mistake. So she had to like look back into a little deeper into that. And then by the next morning, I got an email saying that, yeah, everything was good and approved.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is it official, or you just get some goddamn email that said you're married
It's
now?
just like that. You can go buy weed now.
Yeah.
No. You get an email. Okay, so the way it works, like you have to have an account on the
government website?
The government website.
Okay.
So the email says, "Hey, there's been action taken on your case." So it was like 6 a.m. and
You're freaking out.
I bolted. I mean, my anxiety was. I cried after she told me like she couldn't make a decision. Like because I'm wearing my suit,
Right.
and my wife's waiting outside with a little American
Sorry.
thing.
Oh my
You
God.
should not have worn your suit for this.
I can't make a decision today. I'm sorry.
And so I was like, I was disappointed on the way back to my car.
Your wife is dressed like Betsy Ross. She's got like a Mrs. Claus wig on. You're like, that'll work.
She's got the original American flag on her cake with the 13 colors.
She's got a boombox with The national anthem playing.
Playing the national anthem on guitar like Jimi Hendrix.
But I hired Kid Rock.
I'm an American badass.
She's waiting on me on a Mustang for some reason. Like, where'd you get that from?
Only play ball with the ball.
You gotta play American Badass.
Yeah, that's too expensive.
Oh, too expensive.
So it wasn't a great reveal. Like they sent an email, they're like, "All right, you're in."
No.
God.
No, because so that's part of it, right? Like after that, you have to have your ceremony. So she told me like she needed more time. I went home, and by the next morning, I got an email saying that everything was fine and good, and you're gonna get a notice for your ceremony. So
show up to the mountain nude. Bring the jagged dagger.
It's wavy.
We just have to. It's a wavy dagger. We're just gonna cut your side. A couple of the older guys will just drink a little bit of it. It's
Make
fine.
sure you wear your masks. The bird
Not
masks.
a big deal. Yeah. Some girl will come in and fillet you while we're having a party sub.
So anyway, so I got my thing. Oh, and right before that, like a couple days later, I'm at the skate park, right? And I'm skating around, and I get a phone call from you saw me earlier getting a phone call, and I was like spam.
Yeah.
But I always answer anyway because I have a business, so you have to answer because
you never know.
And I look at my phone, and I'm like spam, and I answer it, and it's like, hey, this is officer blah 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 from immigration, and you, dude. My balls hit the roof of my mouth so quickly.
We found you. This is all.
Oh no!
This is like when we offer free TVs to the people in Warren's house for the.
We offer skate parks to Venezuelans, and then we round them up. All right, you get in the paddy wagon.
Ollie into the van here.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of skating in your concrete, not our concrete. It's terrible. Dude, I would be fucking terrified.
And you know me, like I suffer from anxiety as well.
Yes.
So that was just, and I was like skating well, and I was trying to film some stuff.
That'll
for the
blow
vlog,
your engineering.
And right after that, I was like, I gotta go home. I can't.
That'll kill your momentum. Yeah.
And it was just like there was a form that because of the name change, like I told you guys earlier, there was a form that needed to be signed, and she forgot to give it to me to sign, so I had to go back.
Excuse me, Nitro. I'm gonna need
Mr. Dynamite.
Why did you change your name?
All right, so I'm gonna do a long story short. So.
Do a long story long.
And
this
also,
is a show
why did you do it right before you did your citizenship test to make it more confusing for the government?
They're coming together. We have Toni Rodriguez is American, but whatever this new name is,
Nitro Dynamite. I'm gonna have to vet that.
They're going back.
Clutch danger. No, this
sounds Japanese.
So during the application, they ask you if you want to change your name. It was like a
really?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, wow.
So you can, right?
Is that like an old school? You get off a boat into New York. They're like, your name sounds too Italian.
Oh wow! I didn't know they did that.
Toni Rodriguez. You're now Tone Rod.
Some guy couldn't pronounce your Italian last name, so he's like, you're Venny. Ven now.
It happened with a girl I dated. Her original name would have been Paradiso. And it ended up, they just changed, they're like, Paradise, that's your last name. And then she became Paradise. Her last name was Paradise. I was like, you got a badass last name because they couldn't say Paradiso.
Yeah, but it's just taking your actual, family lineage.
And just changing it to an American word.
Just because you can't pronounce it. Anyway.
It's a very...
it's the American way.
It's a sort of an ignorant thing to do.
Now that you're American, choose your name.
Yeah, why not learn a new word?
You look like a Fred. We go with that.
You're Fred Jones.
You're Freddie Brown.
Yeah, we got another Freddie Brown in here. What'd you do today? Well, I processed about 750 Freddie Browns.
A lot of Freddie Browns.
That's actually not a bad name, though.
It's not.
If you're like in the 70s, if you were like a cool dude, if you're like, I'm downtown Freddie Brown. What's up, my brothers?
So they ask you if you want to change your name. So Rodriguez is my birth father's name, whom I don't have a relationship with. Right. So I have his last name. My wife has his last name of a guy who I don't know. So my dad, who's actually my stepdad, but he's been my dad since I was 5 years old. His last name is Mongiat. He's Italian. He was like born in Italy and all this other stuff. So it's Mongiat. So,
sounds like a Russian that doesn't know what a space shuttle is. What is that? I think it's some kind of moonjet. It's a moonjet.
Did the guy
the moon in jet.
Did the guy filling out the paperwork say, like, you're going with a harder one to pronounce?
All right, we got a Rodriguez that wants a moonjet.
Well, Rodriguez is borderline to begin with. So
I think it's a beautiful last name, man.
No, that is cool story.
Yeah, and
it's super pretty, and I know just from talking to you about your pop, and I think that's pretty beautiful, dude. That's
so
awesome.
it was like an honor for me to like take his last name.
And it's great that you got that opportunity because you've mentioned that before about the non-relationship and how you would like to do something for him, did you know that they were going to ask that, or was that like
it was just part of the. I mean, I kind of knew because I had
cool.
downloaded the application years ago, and it was just part of it. It's simple. It's like, hey, would you like to change your name? And you're like, yes. To what?
Does your wife change now too?
Well, she's going to have to now. I'm in the process. Like right now, I don't have a driver's license because I had to mail it to the Social Security office.
It's a pain in the ass to change your last name. Let me tell you.
Oh my God, you're a rockabilly guitar player now. You're Toni Moonjet. Hey, baby. I'm a Toni Moonjet. I'm here to say I'm gonna be American today. It's a Toni Moonjet. It's a Toni Moonjet. It's a Toni Moonjet. Gonna rock it out to change my name.
That was some phenomenal snapping.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a badass name.
Yeah, no, I love it. And that's the weirdest thing about the whole thing is just the fact that I have a new name, and it was weird because like I don't have a license with that name yet. Like my Social Security is getting updated now to citizen and with a new name. That's why I don't have my license on me right now.
Monjet? Monjet? Am I saying that right?
Monjet.
Monjet.
Because
like Jet.
It's actually a French name.
Monjet. Yeah, I've heard it before, but I don't know where I've heard it.
So if you think about it, names are kind of bullshit to begin with because most of us, I don't know about you guys, but I always, like, I sign my name Thomas Van. I never go by Thomas. I don't use Thomas at any point ever in my life. Like, so I'm still signing some name that I never go by ever.
Yeah,
and
but it was your father's name. You're very lucky in the fact that you...
No, I know, but I'm just saying...
Now your name is completely not bullshit because
by the way, anyone could change your goddamn name.
Yeah,
it just costs money.
Right. Yeah, and people...
It's a pain in the ass.
But I think people look at names and take them too seriously, like, oh, that's a part... Like, but if you never use it, and like you said, one thing means more than the other.
But what if you were given a name that you had no control over how serious it could be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why not change it?
Now you got to change your website.
Like I found out that my I found out that my
Give
name...
them something to do. We're all going to be dead soon.
All right.
I found out that my name was Toni with an I, like when I was a fucking adult.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I had no idea.
You've had a lot
do
of
this every few years. Just keep changing it. Middle name next. Do you have a middle name?
I don't even go there.
Okay.
Dude.
My bad.
Oh yeah. His middle name is
My middle name is.
Please be brown. Please be brown.
No, it's like it sounds like crazy German, but it's a mix of two names.
It's Toni Nazi Monjet.
Now I feel like you're fucking giving my whole info here.
No.
You want my address?
Really fine. They all know. Everybody knows everything nowadays. Anyway, congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Congrats for the proton patch. Thank
Tom's
you
the
guys.
only one not clapping.
You worked hard for citizenship.
Look who's not clapping. Look who's not clapping.
I want to hear some questions before we go to break, just to see if any...
Well, the only
Now, are you
non-American
going to ask
here.
just Butler, or are we asking everyone?
No, I say because Butler for sure doesn't know. But
George Washington.
Us other Americans should know something, right?
Who's the most American here?
Oh, that's got to go to me, right?
Okay, so this is actually.
I was just saying. It's,
all right.
I don't know. I might skip.
Judge,
this
We're
one.
about to have an Eagle officer.
I might skip this one because it's like I live in Seminole County, so this might be. Because it's name your U.S. representative.
Couldn't tell you. In Orange County, we have multiple representatives.
Al Demings.
Stephanie Murphy was mine. So
what's that guy that used to come in for the charity thing? I saw him at Mako's with some big
Lee
Italian. Is it Lee Constantine on the board?
He is the commissioner of Party On.
I partied with him at Mako's. There's a big Italian mobster there. I'm just saying.
I mean,
that happened.
All right, here's another one. This is
we really don't
easy
care.
one. So this is an example of an easy question, right? So name the U.S. war between the North and the South.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I thought these were my questions.
He said everybody.
Yeah.
I was just teasing.
You're supposed to buzz in, Sam, by pulling your shirt off. Everybody knows it. You go like this. I did it. I went like that. And then no one called
I
me.
apologize.
I'm sorry. I didn't follow
I didn't
the rules.
see it.
Idiots. I just spit everywhere, by the way, and I do have COVID. But you know what would make my COVID feel better is if I saw your titties.
It's a cure for COVID.
All right.
It probably is.
You're good.
We'll just never know.
If there's 4 Americans in a room, you can't get it. That's a fact.
Wow.
We've been screwed last week, but now we're good. All right, good.
Why are you guys watching this online? I don't bother myself with anything online or virtual.
Do you want to give you? I'll give you one. Who's in charge of the executive branch?
The executive branch? Who's in charge?
The president.
You got to buzz in.
Donald J. Trump.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Good. Let's see. It takes a second.
I mean, Butler actually gave the correct answer. What's the J in Donald J. Trump? What does the J stand for?
I was about to say a joke. But
You just fell over.
I was about to say a joke. I had the word joke in it, but I will not refrain from talking politics.
Okay.
All right. What are 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
The 2 parts
parts?
of the Congress?
Yeah.
The Senate and the Congress. Right?
The Senate and the
Or
House.
the House of Representatives. Yeah. Sorry.
Are we not buzzing in?
If you said that, would the lady and then you correct
Wait,
yourself?
no, we
is
should
it
do
the
the
first
I want
answer?
this
No, wait, I want the second one.
No, I want the move where you, like what I said, I
Do you
misspoke.
have-
So say, so I
Can
said,
you talk
let's
it
say
out?
Senate and the Congress, which you go, and you go, I mean House, and she's like,
House of
That's what my wife does when I'm was studying things for like the Orlando City,
It's
like
what
to
I do
know
with
my
my
lines.
sons.
Yeah.
When they're
And you go, and then they go, oh, and then you go, ah.
yeah. Listen, like when I show them a word, their sight word, and
Yeah.
then I'm like,
You lead them towards it.
Your wife makes you do that?
what?
That's ladies and children.
Well,
stuff.
I have to do it every night. So
Oh, no.
I can
Andrea and
learn
Maisie
how to
do that,
read.
and then I go downstairs and I chop wood.
No.
Like men.
Well, to be fair, it does help Tom learn to read too. So
Probably needs it more. I've had a conversation with Tommy. He's brilliant.
I want one more example of a
One more.
question.
All right,
Yeah.
this is
So
like-
far, okay, they've been semi-easy,
But
except
you
for
could-
like knowing your local
But
representative.
if you don't say
Right.
it right, I could see how even
which we should
you
all
could,
know.
you could slip
Yeah,
up,
you're right.
fuck it up.
It's actually
easily.
the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
Really. Like, anything higher up, they don't fucking
right,
have anything to do with you.
I'll give you one more. Like, what does the president's cabinet do?
And hold his spices. We'll be right back.
Back to Venezuela.
No.
It'd be awesome if they just close the door and then a van drive. Like you're sitting inside a van, and then if you get it wrong, they just close.
drive away.
They do that old school movie where they drive the car away, and the whole wall was the car, the truck.
And you do that move where you're like, are we moving?
And they drive away. And they're like, back to Venezuela. I have no idea.
Okay, so what does the cabinet do?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, this is the president's cabinet.
Is that the?
Well, I would imagine that they would preside over certain areas, like your education, and then I don't know how to properly say that.
Is this cabinet? Is the cabinet like the?
They advise. That's what I would say.
There you go. That's the actual.
Is family and the guy with the little.
I was going to go with
goggles.
the cupboard that he keeps his little
What
Indian
are you
in.
talking about? Tom?
Remember that one guy that he was in jail or he's in jail now?
Oh, Roger Stone.
Yeah.
He did nothing.
Wasn't he part of it back in the?
No, the cabinet is simply like all these like Secretary of
It's a
State,
board of
like
advisors.
Vice President, Secretary of Education, all these people.
Yeah, he was an advisor, but he was, I believe, special advisor.
Okay, there's one more.
So that's
one
not
more.
part
This
of
is
it.
like okay. If you know
So was
this,
Bannon.
like if you know this, like this is a hard one. Like the House of Representatives has how many voting members?
Oh, I used to know this back in school.
Yeah, did
This
you?
is funny. This is like this is Mr. Snow's class, DeLand High School.
Is it 2 for each state?
That's Senate.
You're asking me that?
Oh.
Yeah, I think Tom's right.
Senate gets 2 for each state, so that's. But the House.
All right, come on, Tom Van American.
Okay, well, I know that it's different for.
see if the chat room
It's
knows.
based on like population.
let's do closest to the pin on this one.
Whoa!
I would
Can't
like
do
to phone a
that.
friend.
That's still a Phillips file deal.
Well,
I
let's
believe.
do
So Senate's got 100.
fly on the wig.
I think it's like 275, 276.
275. What do you say, Daniel?
I saw the chat room, so you have to you'll have to pass me over.
Yeah, that's something you'd have to say. I feel like
I'm a natural cheater. I saw the chat room as well, so I'm going to go with 435.
Fuck.
Well, there's the answer.
That's the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you...
Like a true
all right.
American cheating on tests.
Yeah, most people would not know that.
I don't think they would. I think most people have learned that, but I don't think that we've consistently kept that in our brains. No.
Yeah. So you'd have to study.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm really proud of you, and I'm glad you put that to bed. And I love your your new last name. I think that's beautiful.
It is nice.
I do as well.
Better than Rodriguez.
Right.
Before
you know what, you're going to fit in around America.
You want to be next?
You know what? Pizza party for your racism.
I've just got an email. You're in. That's all it took. Tony had to do this whole thing. You just have to be racist.
You know what? You might not be too far from why we have so many problems. It's like Butler says, everybody's like, he's right.
God damn it.
That's terrible.
Before
let's do the shot in the. You want to do the shot?
Well, I also okay. You know what? We'll talk about.
Oh, you wanted the shot when we get back, or you?
No, let's do the shot now.
Yeah.
All right,
because
Butler.
I gotta pee.
Shots on the way out.
You're right. We'll take a shot and go to break.
All right, cheers to nerds and geeks alike. Gonna hunker down and work on my bike. Got a nuclear accelerator strapped on my back. Fuck all the haters. You can eat shit from my crack. Rock and roll 902.
My God, it got gross at the end.
It's the best one he's done, though. It's because it's something he's passionate about. You know, you pissed him off. You're making fun of his nerd toys.
All right, we got a lot to talk about, including Dog the Bounty Hunter's new movie.
Yeah.
Which we watched the trailer for, and it's so good.
It's yummy. You guys know the band Get Dead? I know Tony does.
No, I don't think so.
I know Tony does. I know he does. They have a brand new album out called Dancing with the Curse. This song kind of fits into what we're talking about. This song basically says, hey, all you guys that are arguing in politics, all of you can fuck off, because we're just not going to do that right now. We want to have fun. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. So enjoy this. We'll be back with more. A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com for emails. Bye!
I'm virtually certain that Bart and Crystal would not want me to weigh in my personal opinions on the real estate market and industry as a whole, but I'm going to.
No, I knew there was a no.
Because
No. Just cue Danny. Hi, Danny. Let's just go straight to Danny. Danny, you are going to stop Tom from doing what Bart and Crystal do not want him to do. Tell him to stop, Danny.
Stop, Tom.
Danny knows.
Okay, well, Danny, tell me if you agree. Okay,
that's a loophole. That's a loophole.
So it seems to me that
you lived your life like a candle in the wind.
What Bart and Crystal have that other real estate agents don't have:
penis and vagina. Guaranteed. They guarantee they both have the correct genitalia. It's a Bart Merrick promise.
Is that they have experience, especially with experience working in the COVID environment. And
they both have COVID.
No. I'm just saying navigating it safely and also making understanding the real estate market right now. And I feel like if you use maybe your cousin or a friend who's a real estate agent that has their license but hasn't worked or sold a house and maybe even 8 months or something, like the market's completely different. Like, it changes so often that you need realtors that understand what the current market
Danny's asleep.
I'm sorry.
Danny, wake up.
Danny.
I'm here.
Okay, he's
so
there.
Would you...
Cue Danny.
Would you say that you enjoyed working with Bart and Crystal because you could tell they had experience?
I really enjoy working with Bart and Crystal. I had a bunch of friends and family that have been dabbling in real estate, and they haven't sold anywhere as many houses as Bart and Crystal, so that's why I decided to go with Bart and Crystal. And
I love it.
Everything was really, really smooth, and they were there for me 24/7 anytime I needed them.
Yeah.
Danny, you going to cry? Oh, my God.
Danny's a nice guy.
Yeah, this guy had a good experience.
They're great.
How would you rate being on this commercial, this testimonial, working with Tom Van, Dan Dennis? It's the Van Dennis team. How would you rate working with the Van Dennis team versus the Barbaric team?
It's a close one. It's a close one. Van Dennis 2020, though.
Yeah, that's what I say.
See, Danny's a nice guy.
Yeah,
my wife told me, he's like, Danny's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Well,
I know what that means.
Danny,
I've seen the videos. What did you do, Danny? I've seen it. Fake agent. I've seen. Wait, is that the one? Fake agent.
David, it is. I saw the fake agent.
Danny. Oh, get him, Danny.
Oh, that agent's selling $1 million mansions and they're rich.
But first,
sorry. Anyway,
Danny knows he's seen them all.
Danny literally had to pull over his car to talk to us.
No, he had to pull over his car to watch some more fake agents.
I'm like, this will only take 30 seconds.
Tractor trailer.
Did you hear? You said he was in a car. There's nothing that a truck driver hates more than he was in some female flam shimmy dog ham girly car.
Sorry, Danny.
I drive an 18-wheeler.
I wonder why you were like, it's going to take me 15 minutes to pull over. I'm like, why? Just pull over to the side of the road.
Because I drive something that matters, you snowflake liberal piece of crap.
Oh, Danny, the robots are coming for you. You'll be fine, though. It'll be a while.
You can't outdrive the robots.
I hope it's at least 15 years. I hope so.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. And you'll see the start of it, though.
You'll be able to monitor them for a little while until one day the robot turns to you and he's like, Daddy, I've got it from here. and then you know. And hopefully he'll let you escape alive.
I don't think
without crushing your skull under his... Oddly enough, robot truckers dress just like regular truckers. Jeans, shitty shirt, dumb hat.
They're fat.
Fat as hell. Big fat robot.
Like, how'd you get so fat, robot?
Goddamn robot, you stuck up the bathroom. That's because I've only been eating Arby's.
All right, Danny, we'll let you go.
We got a robot trucker in our bathroom doing some meth.
Marcus, like, you insulted
You insulted Danny. And Danny Danny's one of our prized clients. In fact, he's fucking your wife, Tom.
Why would you say that? This took a horrible turn. All right, Danny. We appreciate you using Barton Crystal. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
He knows. I love Danny.
Well, you're not going to love him that much. Well, unless you videoed him. That might not be bad. Pump her good, Danny. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Butler is here. Tony Rage is here. It is now time for something everybody loves. Let's do it.
Ross's piece of shit news.
Ross's News brought to you by the Orlando Talk Show with Ross McCoy. You can find that podcast on any platform that has podcasts, and I think his current episode has JB Ball, comedian JB Ball in it.
I love me some JB Ball.
That was good.
Keep talking so I can interrupt you.
The Orlando Talk...
It's not as much fun when you don't let me stomp all over you. What's up, Ross?
So close. So the Orlando Talk Post.
They know what it is. You don't have to say it now.
It's like Tots with Ross. Yeah. Every time I hear the theme song for the kids show Tots, I think of your show, Ross. Are you familiar with Tots?
I don't know about that one. What is it?
It's like, okay, it's a flamingo and a penguin. I mean, talk about fish out of water and two friends that would never be, right? Penguin and flamingo, and the flamingo does the flapping, and then the penguin does the mapping. And they fly and they deliver babies all across the United States. It's called Tots.
All right.
And it's like, I don't know what... Sam, look up Tots, the kid show. Tots. And it's spelled like T-O-T-S, and it's got the periods and everything. So when I see it on the TV, I always think of, Tots with Ross, the Orlando Talk Show with Ross McCoy.
I'm Flamingo.
And you motherfucker. You do the flapping, I do the mapping. Okay.
Tiny One's Transport Service.
Tiny One's Transport Service. It's not bad, Ross. It's in season 3 right now, and there's been a... Go ahead. You might want to get high and watch it. You'll like it.
Tiny One's Transport Service.
Tiny Ones.
Oh, that was Tony's.
It's
bus
like
company.
LFO. Like
Wow.
Oh, my son. I'm sorry. That was my my guitar alarm.
That scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's my fault.
What's going on, Ross?
Oh, sorry.
Wow,
one can't fly, one can't swim. They're a perfect team.
Yeah, it really is. Flapping and mapping.
So what do we got today, Ross?
Breaking news. You guys know that our great leader, Trump, was up for the World Nobel Peace Prize.
Yep.
Lost. Lost
it. We were close.
They passed on our great leader, and they decided to give it to the dumb old World Food Program that feeds starving people all over the fucking world.
What
kind of food, though? I'd have to know
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's great.
Mostly McRibs when they're out of season.
I like a McRib.
Is the Nobel Peace Prize, right?
I don't think it's what it used to be.
Sought after.
It's kind of like an Orlando Weekly Award at this
point.
I
thought you were talking about my ribs.
So,
damn it.
I gotta feel like
okay. So I'm going.
It's like winning best vape shop
2019. No, I'm serious.
Wasn't that what Big Tim used to do?
Yeah.
So every trophy, right, is on a spectrum of
has
like
an
really
equal and
sought
opposite trophy.
No. But I'm like sought after and impressive. You see one like nowadays, if someone has an Oscar, I feel like that's an impressive thing. Although you could have an Oscar for the ones that they don't televise. For
you can have an Oscar for film score.
Wait, what's the difference? Is the Oscar a trophy?
Yeah.
Or is a trophy like your generic looking cup-like trophy?
They're all trophies.
Yeah. I think it's all a representation of your winning this thing. But so what I'm going to say is Nobel Peace Prize, is it greater than Oscar?
Oh yeah.
In the mind. No, but I'm saying in the mind of the average.
Well, you also win $10 million when you get a
person.
Nobel Prize.
Well, if you win an Oscar, you don't need that because
you get a gold medal and you get 10 million krona, about $1.1 million.
You were close, Butler.
Butler, how about
you fucked up again?
Don't weigh in on the news because you have no idea. But
Stick to your proton packs.
But for instance, and here's what I mean: if you walk into someone's house and then you look on the top of their fireplace and they have
the mantle is what that's called.
I call it the top of the fireplace.
on top of
to the top.
It's on top of the president's
Tom is the only person that ever referred to the baseball player as Mickey top of the fireplace.
So I'm just saying, if they have a
don't laugh at that.
What would you be more impressed by, Nobel Peace Prize or Oscar?
Oscar.
Knowing the word mantle.
No, but I'm going to give you an honest. I mean, Ross, that was well said. I'm going to give you an honest answer. I'm going to say, even though I believe the Nobel Peace Prize is more rare, I'm going to say Oscar because I have no idea what a Nobel Peace Prize looks like. So if I walked into the house and I saw that, I'd be like, that's a nice piece of art.
It's a shame because they give out probably 50 Oscars a year or whatever it is.
More than that.
One Nobel Peace Prize a year?
No, more than 50 because you got to think
Hundreds.
You got people to get it for lighting.
Teams of people,
Right.
music,
Score,
soundtrack.
So that alone shows you that a Nobel Prize is more important
Certainly
than an
more.
Oscar. Because they give Oscars like they're fucking peanuts.
And then below, okay, so what's the, globally, another prize that we recognize globally, like
Emmy?
the International
The
Peace-
Junos.
The Razzles.
No, I'm just saying, what?
Ross knows what the Junos are. That's a Canadian Music Awards.
Yeah. I only know them because of No Effects. Anyway, do we ever even know?
Wait until you see this guy from the World Food Organization riding a jet ski holding the Nobel Prize over his head. That'll really
That's what I mean. The Stanley Cup. People are like, look at him.
Did he really do that, Ross? Or you just...
that's the Stanley Cup.
Cup recently. Yeah.
They did it with a jet ski?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is... Oh, man.
Florida's fuck.
Tampa...
I do like that, but man, that's going to make hockey purists mad because they hate that Tampa has a good team.
And he's wearing
I know, but I'm just...
Trash it up.
He's wearing a Rays jersey on. Hey, it was sick. It was a great picture.
You mean Lightning?
Yeah. No, he was wearing a...
Was he wearing Rays?
Yeah,
oh.
That's even better.
Apologies.
Yeah, that's great. All right, what else you got, Ross?
More breaking news for you guys. We'll start breaking and work our way back to the shit that's been in my email for a couple weeks. This guy, I don't know if you guys are familiar with country music singer and mullet enthusiast Morgan Wallen. He just got unbooked from Saturday Night Live because there's a bunch of video of him partying in Alabama in a bar with no mask. Apparently he was out for a college football game, and he got videoed celebrating in a bar in what apparently Lorne Michaels thinks is unsafe situations, and they told him don't bother coming to fucking down to the show this week.
So did they replace him with somebody, or they're just not going to have music this week?
No, they are replacing him.
Don't
Lorne Michaels, he did an interview and he said that there might be other things too, but he's got Jack White at the least. He's got Jack White coming in, and there might be some other stuff too.
What does Jack White do?
What do you mean?
I mean, he's a singer, songwriter,
producer.
Really? Didn't he play in like a 2-man band at one point?
Yeah, White Stripes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
the Raconteurs.
The Raconteurs and
his solo shit.
What's the Weather?
Oh yes, I forgot now.
Weather.
Damn it,
that's a great band.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Female singer. They're great.
Don't they test everybody before they even go to Saturday Night Live? Like
I would imagine they do.
Dead Weather.
So
Dead Weather, great band.
It must have been more like you're not respecting us enough to not do this before you come on. It's more of that rather than more of them actually being afraid of getting
a PR
COVID.
move.
I think the question I have though is why. Yeah, I don't know if you read this, Ross, but why even make it? Why even put it in the? Why even make it common knowledge? Why not just tell the guy, "Hey, you were partying"? Probably be safer if you stayed at home. Why is it even a thing?
Well, probably because they announced it.
Yeah, it's probably a
I know, but why not? Why make it like a? It seems like now they're trying to and I'm not saying I don't know the story. I'm just saying it seems like now everything that I'm seeing as just a guy that doesn't know the story is everybody's villainizing this guy, and I'm not saying he was responsible. That's not what I'm saying. My point is, why not just be yeah, you can't do it. Yeah,
it's probably just a simple PR move. You know what I mean? Let's just take care of this, and then
people would have asked why he got switched.
Yeah, speculate. Right. You know what I mean?
But he's been promoted all week for.
But also, it's if it's like the NFL or anything, it's if you're testing everybody, you got the money to test everybody before you even go on the show. But what does it matter?
What if they tested right before and it tested positive? Then what do you do?
Oh, I guess you're right.
Right.
Then
I think he'd go live from his hotel room.
Virtually?
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's more of hey, why would you do this before this?
We're not going to promote this guy that's being irresponsible on our show.
It's a big opportunity getting on
SNL,
a live
show. So
I've never even heard of this person.
Yeah, but this is only affecting people that think this virus is real.
Right.
Come on.
What else you got, Ross?
I can't even keep a straight face when I say that.
I think he was on The Voice, Tom. That's where he's famous from. And Dan, to answer your question, this story largely seems to be very much a product of social media. This got busted from a TikTok video. That's how they found out he was out partying in this bar with no mask. And then apparently Lorne Michaels called him and said, he said because of COVID protocols, they weren't going to be able to take him. So dude got on Instagram and leaves this long teary video on Instagram about how disappointed he is and how he hopes that he gets a chance to make it up. So it's all social media fucking stuff, basically. This could be I wonder if they contractually made him sign some shit saying that he'd be responsible during the week.
That's
before,
what I'm thinking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's more to this story. I don't think, and Ross is right. Everything that I've seen has just been social media, and then people that I don't know that have no weight weighing in on it. So the only legitimacy I've ever had is Ross's news, which is great. So now I kind of get the story. Makes sense.
Is SNL right now? Are they filming it at the studio right now?
Starting from last week. Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. So Chris
right,
will have been in the building.
They're not doing it virtually anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
you know what completely makes sense. What was weird to me, and Ross, did you watch last week's Saturday Night Live?
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live since probably the year 2000.
Yeah, me too. I don't really. I'm not a regular. I pop in, but I know Tom watches it a lot. I
miss Megan Thee Stallion.
I did see the. Well, I'm going to go back and watch it. I have it taped, but I saw. I love her, by the way. My God, I'd love to climb her.
Yeah,
I find her extremely attractive, Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah, anyway, and she's severely
talented. Sherpa, Dan. Bring a Sherpa.
No, I'm going to need help. I'm going to need every man in here. I'm going to need to boost me up. But anyway, so I see him run out, and he's got his mask on,
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock. And I'm like, well, that's, again, it's a prop. It's a prop, right?
Obviously, he took it off, and then he did his monologue.
Why? Because we all know you're in a controlled environment. Like, I would personally, as a viewer, I would prefer you not pander to me thinking you're being respectful to this serious fucking disease. I'm assuming you're going to be a fucking adult and treat it with care. Don't do that. It's ruining my viewer experience.
But it's all politicized so much where if you don't you tip your hat to like, I got the mask, then it's like you get attacked this way, that way. It's all, like obviously Saturday Night Live is testing everybody.
Then why not blanket statement beforehand? It would be easier for me as a viewer if you just put up a black screen with white letters that say, beforehand, everyone has been tested, everyone is being safe, we canceled our music act because he wasn't being safe, and then eliminate the mask. So let me float away to a wonderful mask-free comedy journey instead of having him run out and pander to me with some dumb mask on. I know you're not wearing that the whole time, so stop it.
I wonder if it's too like a timestamp, because Saturday Night Live does this a lot where obviously they're talking about pop culture and the times and stuff, so it's like this is a way to timestamp this particular show. Like
first that's probably the smartest thing you've ever said on our show.
Well, and also, Chris Rock is so big and famous that they're probably going to let him do whatever he feels is funniest.
He's the king.
This week it's Bill Burr, right?
Correct.
Which is going to be amazing.
It is Bill Burr,
yeah, I mean, like, I'm a fan, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know if Burr comes kicking out there with his mask on. He doesn't seem like a mask. I mean, I'm sure he wears it when he needs to, but
he was on the trailer or on the thing. He was wearing a mask.
Oh, was he? See, I just wish. I know you're not.
I'm just wearing a mask.
How stupid!
That was my Bill Burr.
I like it.
What was the Ross? What was the?
What's the problem?
What was the artist name again?
Henry Wallen, something like that.
That's fun to do.
Are you messing with me? Did you say Henry Rollins?
Wallen with the W.
Oh, okay. No, but think about you're a liar.
It's Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
But it's your chance to get on SNL and play, and what would that think about what that would do for your career, and you fucked it up by going. But here's the thing: go to all the things you want, but don't put it on social media. Or did someone else put it?
They said someone else, right?
Someone else did.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's stay home.
But he's also, he's kind of a dumb redneck, right? Partying in Alabama, it's fine.
Yeah, but he's
not thinking about it.
Where's his manager?
He's in his 20s.
Yes, his manager's probably 19.
Every country music, young country music artist that I've met,
dude, we know a lot of them through Brock.
The
guy that wrote our theme song for our show now writes for the biggest.
My former bandmate.
Yeah, but your former bandmate now writes for the biggest country music superstars in the fucking world.
It's so hard.
A fucking Luke Bryan song.
It's so hard to become popular and make it that these people are ultra driven, ultra talented, and they know the business behind it. To get even
Jason Aldean. I misspoke. It was Jason Aldean.
This guy's not just an idiot. He's been an artist for a long time, I imagine. I have no idea about him, but I imagine it's he started playing guitar and this was his dream, and he got to the point where you get on SNL, just stay the fuck home, do yourself a favor
for at least a couple weeks,
because this was you fucked an opportunity.
Our new American citizen has his hand raised.
America.
Oh, but that comes
America, you have the floor.
Yes.
Or excuse me, America, mon jet.
I did not see your hand.
That comes from radio, bro.
I did not see your hand. America Mongiet has the floor.
But check out his what his crowd is. Now, do you think because he wasn't wearing a mask, because of this and that, do you think that might be something positive for him? Be like, this guy.
Maybe for his
he's
crowd,
not wearing a mask. He doesn't give a shit. America.
Except for the fact that he made that tearful Instagram where he was like, "Oh man, I wish I didn't mess this up."
A little bit.
Crying is more un-American than masks.
Exactly. Yeah. He fucked up.
I think this is just him fucking up. And then,
I'm watching the video of him partying. He's making out with people, taking shots, hugging on everyone.
There's no way that
I'm gonna be on this SNL. Everybody, give me a big
party.
This will make him more popular than SNL would have as far as his
That's
career
what I mean.
wise. Yeah, I don't think
Maybe.
so. Even the story,
his core
they may be a little bit happy, but he's not exposing himself to his outside. You know, there's lots of. I'm sure a business manager in the entertainment industry would be like, "You fucked up."
He ain't no sheep.
This was a big opportunity for you.
What if he writes a song about it?
If he was gonna play that card, he should not have cried on Instagram.
And they also got video of him washing his hands, so it all cancels out.
There you go.
You washed your hands, gay
pussy.
They do say things like that.
All right, what's next, Ross?
By the way, Dan, if I was in charge of Saturday Night Live, my bit would be one guy, a plant in the audience coughing the whole time.
That's really funny. Yeah. I would laugh. I love a good. Sometimes it's hard for me not to shop and cough just to watch my wife get uncomfortable.
You're such a dick.
It's a dicky thing to do.
Yeah.
But if I were all together and I'm like,
I'd straight up leave your ass.
The best thing, and I do this to my wife, like if we're having a conversation in the kitchen and she'll like cough, I'll just walk out mid-conversation.
You gotta get 16 feet away.
Yeah, gotta get away from those particles.
When I'm riding in a lift or whatever and I have phlegm in my throat, I'm like, the whole way. I wait to clear my throat until I get out.
My Lyft driver almost died today on the way here by drinking some water. He started choking, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, just because I don't want the awkwardness.
Right. He started apologizing like crazy for coughing.
Does everybody know that?
It's so ridiculous the way we're fucking living.
Yeah,
anyway,
there it is. A glimpse of the breaking point.
Well, you could say that and not be a crazy person. Just like, this is absurd. Anyway.
It is absurd. What else you got?
All right, Tom, your favorite fucking thing happened. Let's see. This was 6 days ago. Russian news editor Irina Slavina. I'm just saying that out loud for the first time and enjoying how that sounds. Irina Slavina. She got raided by the police in Russia. They took like a bunch of her computers and phones and stuff. They say she wasn't actually being investigated. She was just kind of a witness. They wanted all of her fucking electronics and shit. She was having none of it. She goes up to a bench on Gorky Street where the Interior Ministry is, and she set herself on fire.
Oh, my God. So, did she die?
There's a video. I will not send you a link to it. You see her on fire. A guy runs up to her, tries to put her out, and she pushes him away until she dies.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Wow, this is a very Seth Petrozelli story.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow. It's almost like our worlds are crashing together.
How much of a real woman do you have to be to, like, someone tries to put you out, you're on fire, you're like, no, sir.
Let me die.
Step back.
How did you not just start
Stand
panicking?
You're not going to mansplain me burning.
Like, even when you you jump off something to commit suicide, I imagine you're scared when you're falling. You know what I'm saying? You're not just real.
She's a real woman.
But what if you jump and you're like, this is I'm tough. Like, man, this is the best I've ever.
We're terrible people.
I've never done it, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, this is.
I would imagine burning alive feels pretty damn bad.
Well, but she did this for this reason, right? So people would tell her story. Like
she wrote on her Facebook slightly before this. I ask you to blame the Russian Federation for my death.
Wow. So didn't a Buddhist monk do this?
Yeah, but if you kill... Okay, follow me with this logic. You burn yourself.
Yeah.
But you go on Facebook and you ask everybody to blame the Russian Federation. You did it to yourself. You burned yourself.
It's crazy that that we
Let's
still
check the instant replay.
Take Russia seriously at all because they're a dictatorship and we all know it, right?
It's a very, very, very scary place.
Is there anybody that thinks that Russia is actually anywhere close to a democracy?
Do you remember the stories?
This is a fucking
shooting people with radioactive BBs and other shit.
If you talk shit against Putin, they'll fucking come take your shit and they'll put you in jail. Like, this is a dictatorship.
Do you remember the stories of that, old Mark Marrow would have about going to Russia and doing his Champions of Choices?
Yeah.
Double Dizzy, we hired a mafia guy to drive us around downtown. He's driving us around.
I'm just like, why are you doing that? Those kids don't care about anything you have to say. They've got bigger fish to fry. You're being driven around by Russian mafia just to get the word out?
Well, apparently...
That's hard, man. That's a hard area.
They literally have bigger fish to fry. The fish in Russia...
Huge. Magnifique.
I think the mafia runs all the train system and everything, like Burt Kreischer's story or whatever. But...
it's I think most of all transportation. They sort of...
Do you remember in the 80s, Dan, though, like, I remember they had, like, if you went to church, you could get these little comic books that were about, it's called God's Smuggler.
Yes.
I can't believe I fucking pulled that.
Yes.
About this guy who smuggled Bibles into Russia.
Yes.
And the whole gimmick was, like, he would just pack his car full of Bibles, and he'd roll up to, like, the East German checkpoint, and God would just make the fucking guard not see the Bibles or whatever, and he could roll right through.
Yeah.
I think there was a big conservative, or not conservative, but like evangelical Christian thing about like spreading the word to Russia. They really had a fucking boner for that.
And that is, those were comic books, like little comic books, right? Yeah, I remember those. I absolutely remember those, dude. Like 100
comic book ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's free comic book day, and then they give you that.
You're like, God damn it!
This fucking sucks.
That guy showed up at the big battle on Wakanda and just got fucking stomped by an alien right away.
So this dude killed his own son? It's a downer. Where's Spider-Man?
What are his superpowers? He's got superpowers, but they're still nailing him to wood? Why isn't he just burning their brains out? Doesn't work like that.
All right, next story, Ross.
All right, proud moment for America. We've deployed our first U.S. Space Force troops, you guys.
Yeah, Tony's going to be one of them.
Yep.
Now, what does that mean?
That means earlier, I believe in September, 20 troops were sworn in as Space Force recruits at the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. So we got 20 guys in Qatar that are the Space Force.
It definitely feels like, and I feel like old what's his name from The Office, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, yeah.
I feel like he missed the mark on his version of Space Force. I feel like if they'd gone with an ensemble cast, more like a Police Academy style, that would have hit it.
Anchorman.
An Anchorman. We need more than just you as the focal point of Space Force. We need, like, soft-spoken black lady. We need big, giant Bubba Smith football player. Then we need, like, Steve Gutenberg. The ladies love him, and the guys love to think they are him. You know, like, you need all of that. The team. Yeah, you need the... And I honestly believe... And maybe other people don't, but I think if you had given the task of writing Space Force to the guys from Broken Lizard and let them throw a little Super Troopers magic on it
anybody, we could have written a better show.
I was going to say us, but you know we're too busy.
It was a hunk of shit.
I like Steve
Space
Carell.
Force was man. I just felt like they could have done so much more with it because it's a really funny premise. You know,
they clearly rushed it, and they clearly had a point of view that they wanted to fucking drive home with a goddamn sledgehammer.
Yeah, less. If they had, it's kind of like what we do around here. I honestly believe had they not been hammering that point. Yeah. And if they had just taken the idea that just the premise is this, and it has to stop here. Space Force is ridiculous. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Whatever
and then just
happens,
go with that. Don't try to go left, right. Don't do any of that. Just I have friends of mine that are conservative, and they think the whole thing is ridiculous.
Well, the thing is, how it's presented is the ridiculous part, but it's actually like there's so much. I was listening to some.
You could do all kinds of fun stuff with it, man.
Some show about how we are rocketing satellites into
crazy.
We
just put one up last week?
Yeah, crazy, and more companies, and obviously they're doing it through SpaceX privately. They're just putting an insane amount of satellites.
It's like apps. We'll have a satellite up, I think, next month. The Tom and Dan satellite.
Our government has an absurd amount of satellites, but every government's starting to launch it. It's becoming easier and easier. So now we've got satellite crazemo orbiting the Earth, and then I think it's based on we are other countries, and we are actively fucking with each other's satellites, right?
Yes.
And then that's the whole premise of Space Force is we have to stop and protect our satellites to make sure that another country's satellites don't just.
We've just run out of shit to take from people, so we're taking whatever we can find.
We're taking over space.
Without
choice.
Yeah, you got to take whatever you can find.
Like, that was the problem with that show, is that show was written the second that Space Force was announced, because like they wanted to be the first people to make a show about Space Force, and that's why it's
you should
such
say
a
this as Brown Trump. I feel like. Can you announce Space Force 2, Ross Brown Trump? Now that
we've been.
Well, he does have COVID.
Mr. President, are you all right?
I've never been better in my life. I've never. I feel like I'm 20 years younger. I've actually ran a whole mile in about 14 and a half seconds.
Wow. That's impressive, Mr. President.
All said and done, it does got to make you a little less scared of COVID, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You're like,
not really.
Fine.
Yeah, but the guy gets the fucking best medical care in the world.
Yeah, but still, I'm like, we got Advent Health. We're all right.
I've been to the doctor quite a bit in the past couple months, and it's a hunk of shit, let me tell you.
I'm not as fat as that guy. Oh, fine. Anyway, what else?
If I'm the president, I announce the formation of ground force, and we do what no country has ever done, and we get to the center of the fucking earth.
Yeah,
hey, I'm all about that.
Mole people are in there.
Man, ground force is awesome. They're also called yard men.
I guess you'd have to go, like, the deepest anybody's ever seen is like actually a natural, like the trench in the ocean, not necessarily. Has anybody ever actually drilled deeper?
The Soviets have a couple like crazy deep mines, but they're barely even scratching the surface of the crust. They're not even like they're not to the mantle.
It means
this was all a ploy just for Ross to say mantle.
It's a double mantle scenario. Ross, you motherfucker, you did it again. A double mantle. No one's ever done that.
It's the same word. It means two different things. That's bullshit.
Oh, Ross gave you the double mantle.
I don't believe
He's been waiting his entire life to give you the double mantle.
That's a fact.
And he executed it right on your face. Oh,
you mantled right on my face.
Oh, my God.
You got another story, Ross?
I got one more story. We don't have enough time to get into this one. This will be a little bit of homework for anybody that wants to research. This story is fractally fucking weird. The digger you deep, the weirder it gets. The FBI just arrested, I think it's 13 people in total. They're pinning the main plot on these 6 guys in Michigan. They wanted to kidnap the governor of Michigan, right? And they had 2 plans. They wanted to either raise a mini army of 200 guys and storm the Capitol and take her by force, or if they couldn't get that together, they were actively surveilling her vacation home, and they were going to snatch her up. And their plan was to put her on trial.
Yeah, for treason, right?
Yeah, they were calling it like, I can't find the phrase right now, but they were calling it like a treason court or something like that. Some nonsense where they were going to like fucking take her back to this is a fact, the trailer park they lived in, and like take her to a fucking chair or something, and shout weird QAnon memes at her probably until they killed her.
It's getting crazy.
There's no
way
she's gonna be found innocent.
You're right. Hold on. I suspect
what if she is?
Butler brings up a good point.
I bring in my attorney, a raccoon that I found outside. Thank you so much. I have the floor.
It'd be funny if they brought her in after they kidnapped
my
her.
client is a governor.
200 militia guys with ARs. They kidnap her.
You know what they say about 200 is family, is what I've heard.
Bring her back to the trailer park. Do a huge trial. Like they have some guy with an AR as the judge with a fucking white wig on. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. And they're like,
it's more of a.
We found her innocent. Like, acquitted. All right, you got
a white hood.
And the bailiff comes in like, I'm sorry, you can go now. And like that, and then she's like, that was a fair trial.
Interview her.
Surprisingly fair trial.
Yeah, somebody get an Uber, please.
Let's interview her attorney, the raccoon attorney. He's like, we're very happy with the outcome today. Justice was served.
God damn.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You might get a better trial than at some small southern towns.
Yeah. like actually getting kidnapped at gunpoint, I would imagine in the United States is a rare thing to happen to you.
I'm always just waiting for that toothless kid from Stranger Things to pop out.
Here on my Netflix show,
like
Breaking
that
Counters.
stupid show. Sam got me addicted to this goddamn shitty.
I need season 2, baby.
Shitty, and I love it so much.
So, like, we all
ask you to determine the frequency of how often that happens. People being abducted at gunpoint. Has it ever happened to one of your Miami friends?
That had a lot of guns pulled on them. That has happened. No one ever kidnapped them. But anyway, so I was like, just the likelihood we could all agree is rare. Like, it does happen, but we see it so many times in movies, we're all probably irrationally afraid of getting kidnapped at gunpoint. But when there's a plot to do it to you, you must be like, oh shit, that was close. Like, you're afraid of this irrational fear, and it's like, okay, you're not going to get kidnapped. And then someone plots the damn, like, wrote it out, or at least on some
there
sort
are
of
meetings.
a meeting about it. You're like, oh shit, like, pretty close to getting kidnapped. Like, that could have happened.
The FBI had their finger on the pulse
in multiple states.
Well, they're a bunch of idiots.
They tried to build bombs. They had they were planning Molotov cocktail attacks on police officers. They had a taser.
Proton packs. We were talking about killing police too.
Yeah, they were going to use their proton pack to shoot the tampons out of other nerds' buttholes.
X-nay on the proton scale.
That's such an ignorant thing to say, considering I'm a nerd. But it's
more fun.
It's just fun.
It's just more fun.
It's fun.
All right, Ross. Let's plug your podcast one more time.
And you got some gigs coming up, right?
Oh yeah.
And Bolinbush is back open.
Yeah. You're busy, right?
Correct. Yeah, I am at it. The Orlando Talk Show with Ross McCoy on any of your favorite podcast apps. # Tots with Ross. Bolinbush. We're doing open mic every Wednesday right now. It is half capacity inside. Dan, you tell me. You don't have to wear a mask on stage. I am hosting in a mask, and I just want to, that's just to set the example that you can do it if you want to. So nobody, if they come in,
that's really good, man.
They're set in a mask. They feel comfortable doing it if they want to. So and other safety precautions in effect. And then Shit Sandwich is back first and third Saturday every month at the Bolinbush.
Yeah.
And, I believe this is what Sam was talking about. Paul from the West End had me put a little show together on the 23rd of October.
Yeah.
It's at the West End in their new remodeled performance space. It's a real nice venue, tables. They got food and drink being served during the show. And it's going to be me, Marcus Crespo, and James Yon headlining. I think it's a $10 ticket. You can get tickets at drinkatwestend.com. And while supplies last, you can take that receipt of your ticket, run up to the West End and talk to Paul or somebody that he has designated as the person, and you can get one of those Van Dennis yard signs with proof of purchase of the ticket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a hell of a lineup, man. You got Marcus Crespo, James John, Ross McCoy, and it's in this little area. We did a little thing there. It's
podcast, yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the West End lately, but it's been completely remodeled, completely from top to bottom.
I forgot. We also got this guy who emailed Paul and said, "Hey, I'm a local comedian. Can I get some time on this show coming up?" And then I looked for him on Facebook. He's not friends with me or any other of the comedians I know. He sent, I believe, a bitmap file for us to review.
Yeah.
And everything about that sounded so terribly wrong that I said he could have 5 minutes on this show, too.
Yeah.
So that's
Ross got hijinks. Oh, man. Come for the comedy show. Stay for the hijinks.
Before we let you leave, Ross.
Before we let you leave, Ross.
One more thing. Ross should put his casserole recipe online.
Yeah, I'd like it.
Or quite possibly just make them for you guys and you buy them from him because they're fucking phenomenal. Andrea's dad has not stopped talking about the potato and bacon and yummy cheesy casserole that Ross made me as sort of to help me out when I was going through all that shit with my mom. And I love you, brother. I appreciate that so much. But more than that, her family just likes the casserole more than me. So I'm going to have to get with you for maybe a recipe.
So, Ross, have you watched the HBO docuseries on NXIVM? Is it called
It's
The Vow?
called The Vow.
The Vow.
Are you familiar with the NXIVM cult?
Is that the yoga sex one? There's so many cult things now. It's hard to keep track.
It had the girl from Smallville in it.
It's the volleyball sex.
Yeah, this is the volleyball sex cult, and it's basically like positive speaking and this whole thing. Anyway, me and Crystal started watching it, and about 2 episodes in, and I didn't really notice. I mean, notice a slight comparison at first when he was Business Keith. I was like, oh, yeah, long hair, glasses.
So it's the cult leader. His name is Keith Raniere.
Yeah, Keith Raniere. And but when he turned into Volleyball Keith,
yes.
And then I'm like, oh, it's Ross.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It does look like you, Ross.
Has anybody told you that you are a goddamn spitting image of Volleyball Keith Raniere, the cult leader of Nexium?
I've got it up on our Twitch chat room so you guys can see that it looks very. So now, so take a look at the pictures, and I'm going to go back to Ross.
Ross's head is on his body.
Oh my god!
Okay, I'm going back and forth. Now. I'm going back and forth now. Oh shit!
I'm just saying that
you might win a Halloween costume.
Yes, dude, please dress up as Keith Raniere playing volleyball for Halloween.
Legitimately, if there was no COVID right now, with like our help, I would set you up with the best costume, push you down there, and then we'd all walk down there with brands near our genitals, and then you walk up on stage, the crowd cheers, and you walk away with $3,000 from some stupid bar owner. Oh my God, Ross!
Ross, we would do all that, and some guy in a fucking inflatable Krang outfit would walk up and.
I don't know, man. Right. I'm just saying. I mean,
you're a dead ringer.
The chat room is exploding because
he's wearing a tie-dye shirt, a bandana. I mean, it all checks the boxes.
I'll be honest, because I started watching this weeks ago when it first came out, and I kept telling Tom to watch it, but it didn't. When I watched it, I was like, this guy reminds me of somebody.
Hold on, I have Ross's face.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ross, lower your head just a little bit. Lower. No, turn to the side.
Turn to your right.
Yeah, and then down. Lower your head. Keep going.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta take a picture.
Screenshot it.
Hold on.
Screenshot it. Here we go. Right. That is too perfect.
All right. I'll send you that, Ross.
Take your pants down, Samantha. We're branding your P word. I couldn't say the whole thing for legal reasons. To be brought up in court.
She's writing in her notebook. Don't write it.
Don't write it.
She wrote in her notebook. You're done.
It's a whole show banter.
Tom is requiring a brand.
Anyway,
Ross, well, good luck with everything, man, and I'm glad that you're out there, doing the comedy again. I'm glad that Bullenbush is up and running again. Give all those guys some love, and hey, man, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, guys, see you later.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Be good. That is Ross. I love that guy. Holy shit. And his casserole's phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't believe we almost forgot that. Because as soon as you said it earlier this week, I was like, holy shit, that's what it was. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. And literally through the rest of the show, like when he's doing business, when he's got his business clothes on.
Business casual?
Yeah, his scamming clothes on. It's just the volleyball. The volleyball old Keith is just spitting image. 100%.
I think we rattled the chat room a little bit. Like when we lined everything up, I'll show you guys the original photo at the end, but like I think we rattled them a little bit. Like everybody's like, holy shit, is that Ross?
Yeah.
Could be,
should be in prison.
Is it break time?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right. This is an Oi band from Atlanta. Which I'm like...
From Atlanta?
Yeah, that's what I said. They're called...
What?
Yeah, they're
in.
Antagonizers ATL. And they've got Matt Henson from Noise. You guys know the band Noise. They've been around for, I don't know, like 25 years. And they've got him on vocals. So let's Oi a little bit. Like Atlanta, right? Unicorn band. An Oi band out of Atlanta. Really?
That is weird.
Here we go. Let's enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily. Blah, blah, blah. This Halloween, don't let your hair be the scare. Go to Melissa Soroka, blah, 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 blah. That was too many blahs.
You scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I was blahing it up. No,
didn't know you were starting.
I'm sorry. We're not recording. We are.
MelissaSoroka.com. She's been promoting on our show for years, and lots of BDMs use her currently. And if you haven't used her yet, and this is pretty cool, like, her husband is one half owner of our branding agency.
Yeah.
So when you do use her, tell her you're a BDM.
Yeah,
or
one
Tom
of the
and Dan
Danger
listeners.
brands. Yeah, you probably have worn some of his designs at one time.
And then she'll give you some cool stickers that Danger Brain made that you can't get anywhere else for us, Tom and Dan stickers. And I see people post about it on the BDM page all the time. Like, look at it, I got from Melissa Soroka.
And beyond that, I mean, there, you come for the haircut, you get a couple of cool premiums from Melissa, but it's a one-on-one private hair experience. It's safe. It's sanitized.
Oh yeah, she
before
keeps
you
it
get
all
in
safe.
there.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're not in there with other folks. 20% off new clients through November, which is really nice. You can save a little dough there. And she's a licensed Kevin Murphy retailer, so you can pick up products there if you need some stuff.
Oh, I didn't know what Kevin Murphy was.
I'm guessing that's what Kevin Murphy is, unless she's selling humans.
Yeah.
Get your Kevin Murphy.
Well, someone knows, and they're like, "Oh, Kevin Murphy."
Kevin Murphy. Unless your name is Kevin Murphy, and you're like, I didn't know I was being sold by Melissa.
But she does kids cuts, men's cuts, and like I said, she's really, really good at if you want
keratin
dyeing your
treatments, hair extensions, vivid color treatments, Brazilian blowouts. I know that you do out of your diaper every morning. You do the old Brazilian blowout.
I only laughed at that because we pulled it every kid or child.
Yeah, Brazilian blowout to me sounds like you went to Texas State, Brazil. You ate all of the fillets, and then you put your diaper on it.
I don't know if she wants that in her commercial.
I can cut it out.
It's easy to set your appointment and to talk to her.
It is indeed.
She's local. Just go to melissasoroka.com. That's melissassurroca.com. Or you can go and click on the web banner at tomandan.com. It's melissasoroka.com.
Blah. Oh my God! Welcome back to a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan, Samantha, Tom Butler, Toni Rage. Ross was on the line.
Let's do some dump them out. Got a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot to get to and a lot of dumping them out to do. Here we go. Dump them out. Dump them out. Dump them out. Dump them out.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Oh my God. I want to also see your bottoms. What's up?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It doesn't have to be that like this all the time. Come on, it's disgusting. There's 4 Americans here, but you could do that on British podcast. But this is
we're respectable Americans.
He's right. It's my favorite thing. It wasn't even supposed to ever be that way, but when we get done with these, the bass line goes umba. It goes boom 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 boom. That's the line, right? And then at the end he goes umba, and I just want to go. And he goes umba.
Dump them out. Brought to you by our hookups page.
Yeah,
what?
I'm there.
And hookups. Are
you?
Yeah, Toni's on
Toni
there.
and Mangiat.
Toni Mongiette photography, but goes
Wow,
by.
he did it.
That's pretty
Tony,
good.
actually perfect
That was actually
pronunciation.
better than mine.
Weird.
Yes.
But you have to go first. You go to Tony Rage and redirect you to Tony Rodriguez photography.
Then it's Tony with
You gotta
an
go.
eye.
Then it's Mojette Flicks.
You gotta go to
.net.
Then it's only Monchette.
Go to geocities.com/Alta Vista.
But there's a bunch of different hookups. Her Majesty Services, who me and Daniel both use. I
saw them yesterday
Yeah,
at
they
your house.
great cleaning service. They do our entire studio on both me and Daniel's houses. Also,
I need to call them.
There's Goldsmith Jewelry. If you want some custom jewelry right there on Lee Road, there's a bunch of different hookups.
Custom jewelry can actually be cheaper than going and buying some crap.
Yeah, and it means
At
more.
a major store.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I did that with my wife. So spend less money, it'll mean more, and you can cheap out with custom jewelry.
You take some old piece of jewelry, and then they'll melt it down, make it something new. Means something anyway.
Yeah,
Goldsmith.
yeah. Like I melted my dead father's ring down and put it inside this ring, and all of my parents are dead. I'm essentially I'm an orphan, and I can't vet any of my childhood memories because those memories only belong to me and no one else can vet them. So every night I lay in bed and I cry because I don't have anybody to tell me what is actually history and what isn't history. So I've created my own history in my mind, and that's when I start killing all of you.
Last week I saw my parents, and I gave them a big hug, and it was great. It's fucking awesome.
See, this guy gets it. You and I, right here.
Goldsmith Jewelry.
Yeah.
They'll melt a dead man's gold. We are stopping advertising. Why? The dead man's gold?
Was it the dead man's gold? Is that what it was?
It's Curly's gold, actually. It's
like the name of a movie.
No, Curly's gold was City Slickers, Curly, the Legends of Curly's Gold. Before I came over here and we did this show, I walked past my our old studio, AMT Studio number 1. That's at R2, actually. It's in my house. And my mom and dad's urn is in there, and I patted it before I came in here.
Come on.
It's actually a wooden box, and it's really heavy. And I'm like, why is this so heavy? It's just ashes.
Come on.
Heavy. Ashes are
I'm
heavy.
like, damn, Mom, you are fat.
No, come on.
Damn.
Your mama's so fat.
Your mama's so fat, even her ashes weigh 100 pounds, motherfucker.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I love your mom.
You don't love my mom. You can't love my mom. She's dead.
Chungus ashes.
All right.
Your mom,
dude.
You can't handle this.
Your mom.
You.
Just because your mom's alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look what we got here, everybody. Hey. My mom's alive. We got a Mr. Mom's alive over here.
Your mom took me to my cabin at the Tom and Dan cruise the night that I blacked out. She was the only
Excuse me?
Oh
I was like, well, no, it was
oh
like,
my God, you're my step brother's father.
No, she felt so
You
bad.
fucked
She felt
my mom on the monster cruise?
Jesus.
No. Jesus Christ.
Don't talk to him.
You guys want to know what cornpole is, huh?
Oh, yeah, she likes that Latin cornpole.
Don't talk about it.
What is it when you roll it in the coquita cheese in the street corn? She got that Mexican street cornpole.
No, come on. Stop it. Hey, I'm going to skip to this one.
Maize. Maize is corn. I named my daughter Maisie Corn after Tony Rage, who fucked my mom.
So, God damn it. So earlier this
I'm not
week.
playing anymore.
Don't talk to him.
No, but it helps me.
Let him,
It helps me because I'm very sad.
No, she fucking saw me in on the Tom and Dan cruise, and I was like, that was the night I blacked out, and she like took me to my fucking car because I didn't know where it was.
She's a good woman.
Because she like came on the elevator. She's like, "What? What are you doing?" It's like, I'm like,
That's what she told me when I was in there. It's like, she's like,
You know the reason I'm sick?
and I'm like, why, Mama? She's like, because I took your brown friend on the cruise.
Come on.
And he infected me with his Venezuelan ways.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
So, stop.
I wish he was your father.
Stop. Come on.
His name, I think, is Toni with an I, Mongiette.
Don't, Butler, stop laughing at him. You are
an enabler.
You're going to make me cry, bro.
All right, we're good now. All right, we're good now.
All right. Earlier this week, Daniel showed me a movie trailer that he said that Dog
You're
the
going
Bounty
to do
Hunter.
this?
Yeah, it's on our list. So dump them out.
Yeah, but I thought you were mad at me. You were going to not let me play and laugh over the other reindeer.
And so, okay, before we play it, let's talk about it for a minute. So, because I want to go into it with you guys with the same mentality I went into it with. So, all Daniel says is, "Hey, Dog the Bounty Hunter's in a new movie," and he produced it. Didn't he produce it or something?
He's got his hand in it somehow. There's something.
He gets hair in it somehow.
So he.
Thank you, Dad.
So
shut up. I'm crying, bro.
Yeah, it's because you're drunk.
So
I cry when I'm drunk too. When I finish this, we'll go in the lobby. We'll cry it out.
So
Butler, you're my son.
Fuck him. He's not American.
What's American, Mike? On this show.
Proud to be an American.
Because at least I know I got a mic.
So. You told me Dog the Bounty Hunter produced this new movie. He's acting in it. And then I'm like, what is... I thought it was a documentary at first. Like, it was some sort of documentary in his life, which I then...
Well,
I thought,
you mean documentary. I can't even say it.
So,
documentary.
Because no bullshitting, if there was a documentary about Dog the Bounty Hunter, I'd watch it.
Do you know his story?
Of course you would.
Like, he was...
Well, it's absurd.
No, but...
Especially if someone else did it. Producing
like,
it.
honestly, there is a story there. Behind all of the bullshit with the Ozzy Osbourne does his theme song there.
Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, that's about right.
I was thinking about the stuff I love.
He went to jail for murder.
Yeah, no, he did. But he didn't. He wasn't the trigger man. Yeah, there's a whole backstory there. Yeah.
And the whole story of the reality show, his rise to fame, and then the N-word and all that.
And then Beth dying of cancer.
Yeah, dude,
that's sad.
That's his wife died?
Oh, yeah, Beth died.
She been dead.
A couple
He done
years.
married somebody else.
Yeah.
He got married like 3 weeks later, though. So
but anyway,
well, to Moon Baby
I just
or whatever her
want
name
to,
is. Some lady named Moon Baby or Moon Angel.
I just want to
Moon
set
Angel.
the record straight that he did not produce this.
Okay.
It was Jack Cola and Jacqueline Jam Joom.
Jack Cola.
Jack Cola and Jacqueline Jam Joom.
Jack Cola is what you buy at like Dollar Tree.
With their work.
That is who it is produced by.
That's not a bad porn name if you're in the South. Hey, I'm Jack Cola.
So he's just an actor in the movie.
Jack Cola Jam Joom.
Yeah, you can call me Jack
Jam.
and Cola.
I'm Dr. Pibb.
So
let's fuck.
Anyway, this is not a documentary, which I thought.
No, it is not.
Because I would watch a Dog the Bounty Hunter documentary, but this
what?
is Dog the Bounty Hunter. You're
gonna let this new American clown you?
You've been an American for 1 week.
Why don't you show this new American what old Americans do? I don't know what that means. It just sounds
play
terrible.
bingo?
No, it sounds like he's about to strip you naked and whack you in the face with a clock or something like that.
Anyway, I guess it's a horror story or a horror movie.
We don't know.
Anyway, so we watched the trailer.
Are we watching the trailer?
I feel like it's like a dark comedy horror.
I would love to watch this trailer.
Ish.
I don't really see any comedy.
So we'll watch it together, and
yes,
and when you like,
oh, it's bad.
So the synopsis is a recent widower reunites with his old church buddies to film a hunting show in the remote woods where a supernatural presence forces him to confront his faith.
All right, here
that
we go,
is
guys.
The plot.
Here we go. This is the trailer for
Passion of the Christ 2.
Hunter's Creed.
This is the trailer where he lives.
Yeah, exactly. It's called Hunter's Creed. It's the trailer starring Dwayne Dog Chapman, Wesley Truman Daniel, and Mickey O'Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
I'm not sure how anyone can deny there's a God. Nature is this beautiful.
Oh, David, look.
What?
Your wife told me that you're trying to write your own TV show.
For fuck's sake.
looks terrible.
What if it's a little boy? No, that's Daddy's baby girl. No doubt about it.
Unfortunately, I have some difficult news.
God gave me a miracle. And I met you.
Okay, so
hold on.
We gotta explain what we just watched.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna freeze frame on.
He looks like the Cowardly Lion on crack.
He looks like Cowardly Lion goes to court.
If he showed up to court like that, he would be tossed out.
He looks like a jug-a-lion.
Jug-a-lion.
Cowardly Lion shaves his face, goes to court.
So he looks like Gandalf likes fireworks.
Gandalf sells fireworks.
That's even better. You ain't never bought fireworks. Go to Gandalf fireworks then.
Gandalf owns a barbecue restaurant.
Hey, and if you get a dud, you shall not pass. My fireworks tent. I'll give you a new one. It's Gandalf fireworks.
So, anyway, so the beginning of the trailer, because let's analyze this for a second. So, this guy,
this motherfucker's the ugliest person in the world.
Fuck, man. He's a ghoul, right?
He's a ghoul. Well, 100% murdering ghoul.
It looks like Danny Trejo fucked Marilyn Monroe and had a baby.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. I look like a Funko Pop of him. But if I grew my hair out.
Oh, my God.
So the premise of this trailer is at the beginning, there's a guy that is filming some sort of documentary reality show about his life, I think, because it's filmed like that. Like he's actually self-filming.
It's done like Blair Witch or Cloverfield
and so this good old boy is a hunter. He's filming this documentary. And then
somebody in the chat, and I don't know if it's true because I haven't checked out the details, but they said it was all filmed on a phone.
Okay.
Like an iPhone.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Which a lot of movies are doing that now.
Yeah, they're trying to do that now, and I get it.
A lot of movies?
No, there's a handful.
Well,
there's a handful.
Well, like the guys that don't have a lot of money, it's kind of become like almost like a challenge. It's like, how much can you do with...
How good of a movie can you make with...
Yeah. So then he is somehow in the hospital room with his pregnant wife, I assume, and they're talking about the baby. Then the doctor comes in, we got some bad news. Then it cuts to
her. She's
violently to her, like, dude's got stage 4 cancer.
Gave me a miracle.
But all of a sudden she is looking real bad, and then now we're at Dog the Bounty Hunter. I have no idea where this is going. By the way, I've watched this and was confused the first time.
This is my first time watching it.
I think, and look,
Does anybody have any idea what's going on? By the way?
No. But
other than God overlooking the cancer and giving him the miracle of meeting that guy, apparently.
I'm not.
Well, I said in the plot, like, it's a widower going on a hunting trip to whatever with his face. So clearly this lady's going to be dying. So
well, the guy writes, and obviously the guy writes or is trying to write his own television show. And by watching this, like, I'll just say that just looking at this, I see what they're trying to do. Because you and I, like, it's funny when you're in radio or when you have like a personality, then you get these like local or student filmmakers that will reach out to you and want you to be in their movies. And I've been in a handful of these, and I mean this with love. There was Kirk Murray. I was in one. You can find it on YouTube. It's called like A Dog, a Diamond, and Some Dudes or something. You can find the whole movie. And I played some guy in an airport. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, like I'm like that guy.
Yeah.
You guys did the Mickey movie. Or the Disney movie.
Disney movie. Well, that was like an actual movie. Like this, though, like to me, looks as if it's a little student-y, and the trailer is poorly edited. The story is not congruent. It's all over the place.
Also,
it's broken.
Is it picking out a little things that are about Dog the Bounty Hunter, which is like
he is a widower,
wife died of cancer, he's a reality show star.
That's why when you said he probably produced it, I was like, he probably did, because there's a lot of similarities.
This is brilliant.
But you know what? Like local and amateur filmmakers, what they'll do too, just like Daniel said, they'll write a movie based on with little tidbits of what they assume is like a narcissist. I don't know.
He was a bumbler.
But that likes himself a lot. I imagine Dog the Bounty Hunter likes himself
every
a lot,
morning.
Right?
For sure.
Every morning he walked out of his house and clopped through mud.
He takes pride in that name.
So, he got that same mud in his gray Silverado.
So if you pick little things about this person's life, they'll probably do your movie because they're like, oh, I like the script. Of course you do, because there's little tidbits of your life.
Now it's they're giving him like an actual role in a movie instead of just like this fake ass reality show, right? So now he's like, I'm stepping into the film industry.
Yeah. Anyway, you can keep going because it gets more bizarre and
it starts.
Oh my God, that's like not even a third of the trailer.
We're not even close.
We're not even to bizarre yet. We're not even to bizarre.
Okay, here we go. We're going back in. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
There he is, folks. Come on, Dave.
Hold on a second. Is that guy wearing a bear suit?
Yes, he is.
Well, I
That's
think
fact.
this is there are two guys that are doing this kind of social media reality show.
Are
Filming
you
themselves.
an investor in this? I mean, because I've been seeing a lot of money go out of our
He
business.
is Jimmy Jack Cola, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Are you Jack
That's
Cola?
my pen name.
I've been reading her poetry, Jack Cola, and it's very good.
Come on, Dave.
Dude disappears for 2 years, then makes it harder than rocks to find him and do the hunting show that was his idea in the first place.
Welcome to Buck Fever Addicts. Our show follows four bowmen on the hunt for some good old whitetail.
This is so terrible. Did you see that fake ass stuffed deer that they tried to pretend was a real deer?
No, I think
that's a decoy.
I think
Okay.
that was to shoot arrows at a target.
It's a target. It's a
Okay.
decoy
I was
deer.
like, what the hell is that?
But you're not off the.
Yeah, we were talking about Russ
horrible.
looking like that other guy from the other
Yeah, Keith
documentary,
Raniere,
but he
yeah.
also looks like that guy that's driving that van.
A little bit, yeah. Ross has a likable look.
He doesn't need anybody else to do that.
Even in the daylight, the woods can be confusing.
So they get
And
to
nothing
the
in them
cabin.
woods, you
Now
can't
it's getting
kill that
dark,
boat.
guys.
If I don't
It's getting
find
scary.
them, I'm going to find out what happened.
Funny, guys.
Who is dog in this scenario?
I'm gonna find out what happened because I have these Oakley
I was
blades
just about to say that.
on top of my cabeza. That's Spanish for head, and inside this cabeza is all meth.
So is it a possibility that they wrote this horrible movie and then they asked Dog to be in it and they just wrote his part so they can have Dog?
He just showed up on set.
Yeah, 'cause it looks like he read like some sort of cue card to the side. He's looking at her, and he
Well, he's
looks to the
not
left,
an
and then
actor.
looks
Of
at.
course, yeah. But is he the person that they hire to save the hunters, the social media? Social media
He's
hunters.
going in.
Okay,
He's Rambo.
Let's see what happens,
I guarantee you
guys.
he's God at the end of this movie.
Hey, what's up? It's me, God. I'm up here with Moon Angel.
You
and
know
my-
what dog is backwards? God.
Yeah, my
Hey.
old big titty wife.
I
Beth, who
think
had
we
pink,
literally just broke this movie down.
Yeah, talking about his faith.
We
yeah.
beat this movie down.
My wife had fluorescent pink handcuffs. She died of cancer. Big old titties.
Come on.
Sure you're okay, man?
You guys hear anything weird out there, though?
You hang around in the darkness long enough, you're bound to make some dark friends.
If you really want to share your religious beliefs with someone.
Wait, if you hang around in the dark long enough, you're bound to make some dark friends. Look,
Is this racist?
I go out every night. I have maybe 4 black friends.
What's bizarre about this and the way they even cut it together was they get into the scary part and they show them walking in
Right.
the stereotypical Blair Witch where it's a camera filming them and it's very shaky and they're
Yeah,
looking around
yeah.
and there's a
With
light
the
on
light
them.
beaming on them, yeah.
So they go and then all of a sudden
Back to goof.
extreme cut to emotional music, them talking about God at the old barbecue. It's like,
There's a jug of milk on this picnic table. What's happening?
Why do
They
you
got ketchup, orange juice, and milk.
Who has a gallon of milk at the barbecue restaurant?
I don't know.
And what
there's
seems like 3 dozen eggs.
There's a gallon of orange.
Guys, I think they might be having breakfast.
It's fun to do.
How does someone make something this
Fun to
bad?
listen to.
Okay, keep
We're
playing
going
it.
back
Keep
in,
playing
Tom.
it.
Maybe try a better tactic.
Can't have heaven without hell, brother. Both got to exist.
Neither.
He falls off his tree stand.
Thank you for my husband.
He's having flashbacks.
For all of our
of his
amazing
wife.
time.
This is weird. See, I would believe this was all shot on a goddamn cell phone.
Yeah, I can't
He
imagine.
remembers his wife dying of cancer. Now Dog is attacking someone.
I think it was a
I
hug.
like the one scene. He's like, she's coughing. She's like, and he's like, somebody get in here. I think my wife's got cancer.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's
The
bad.
nurses-
I ain't no doctor, but
They're like,
We
She's
should
coughing
do-
up blood. I think she's got consumption. Look, I'll be your Huckleberry. I seen it in a movie.
We should do a Twitch watch party with this movie.
this
Whoa.
it's got to be the worst.
can I? Yeah, if you do, can I please be here?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you're an American now, so yes.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't going to invite you, but we
What's
will
about
now.
There's
As long as you'll bring the Budweiser, my American
Heyo.
compadre. But we don't say that anymore. We say friend.
Are there... Okay, let me ask you this. Now be completely open-minded.
Yes.
Is there anybody, one person who's not insane, I'll preface that by saying not insane, that watches this movie and says, like, I like it?
Yeah.
You have to define insane to you.
Yeah.
Well, because
there's going to be religious people that are going to love this.
It sounds like it. It sounds like
You know
it's
what
like
I mean?
very religious.
But there's other religious movies that will probably
It's going to be the Bible Belt.
It's got a hint of fireproof.
It's going to be Bible Belt. It's
sounds
got to
like
be redneck and religious.
Midwest.
It sounds like it's like religious
But
horror.
there's Transformers that exist, like other shit. Like there's better movie, even if you like hunting.
This plays on not only hunting but God and everything. They're gonna love it.
Is there another religious horror movie? This might be like this might be
all of them. Exorcist. They all have to do with something.
Yeah, Exorcist is pretty close. Yeah.
Anyway, let's. That is Hunger Garbage.
Are we done with it?
We're very close. We're very close. I promise you. We'll go back in. Here we go.
I'll make it better.
I'm gonna miss you. I'll see you again soon.
In hell.
What?
Fades to Hunter's Creek.
Hunter's Creek, Orlando.
No, Hunter's Creek.
Wouldn't you want to live in beautiful Hunter's Creek, Orlando?
The plot. This trailer tells us nothing about the plot whatsoever.
You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Man dies of like his wife dies of cancer.
Goes
they go
on a hunting trip.
It seems like something scary happened.
Right.
Fast forward to the barbecue restaurant. They talk about God. Falls off his tree stand. Has flashbacks about his cancer wife. Fade to Hunter's Creek.
No idea.
But wait a minute.
What happened?
I think they got you.
I'm in. I'm not in.
They got me.
I'm out.
I want to know what happened.
I do too.
I wanna know what happened.
We got to figure out how it all fits
I'm in.
together. We
I'm
got to
in.
figure out how it all fits together.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Either dog is God, or
Right,
the guy
right.
was dead the whole time. And he's like,
Ooh, spoilers.
Yeah, what if dog is God?
what if dog is one of us?
What if dog was one of us? Just a slug like one of us. Just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home.
Like Beth's pink handcuffs.
Inhale.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful rendition of Joan Osborne.
I did like that.
Inhale.
It's ridiculous. Next thing. What do we want to talk about?
We got dog paw. Speaking of dog.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we burned
Andrea's
that.
birthday.
Oh, I ruined it. Because of my.
Do you do this every year?
No, this is. No, this
I feel like we've
Look,
done
you
this
had
before.
a plan,
Yeah.
and we talked about it.
We did have a plan.
So what happened?
And we were way ahead of it, actually, because I ended up getting her a purse from, like, there's a specific type of purse that she wanted that, well, she didn't necessarily want it, which is fun sometimes to find the thing that you know that person isn't going to buy themselves. They do want it, but they're not going to
won't
buy
spend
it.
the money.
Yeah, they're not going to buy it. So I found her one of those Disney Park Kate Spade, not skate, but Kate Spade purses, and I found one that's kind of like hard to find, and I tracked it down. I actually got a really good deal on it, and I found it, and I got it shipped to the house. So I bought it, and then Sam and I were talking about this. Sam is a very, very, very good gift giver.
I'm a pretty good gift giver.
You are very good. So we went through, and I picked some things to stuff the purse with.
I haven't got a good gift. I'm just saying.
I don't give you shit because you don't give me anything.
No, it was Samantha.
I only give gifts to people that give gifts to
She
me.
gave me
but
one
when
of
I give it to you, it's good.
She gave me one of my favorite shirts. I have the shirt that says
National Boss Day.
my LaCroix shirt that says "Holla at ya boy" instead
That's
of
true.
"Holla at LaCroix," and I love that shirt.
I do give. Well, Dan gives me gifts.
Yeah, I give her a gift.
Oh, no.
What do you give her?
I
Except
write your
paycheck that's late.
I mean, technically, that's not a gift. It's your.
I always forget the name of my company to write it to.
I also like this move too.
He also didn't hire me for 4.5 years. Hired this guy to dress as a Ghostbuster before me.
All right.
Well, that's mental illness.
On your part?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I like it when he does this move too, because I'm in here editing, and he'll be like, "Hi guys, so you want your checks?" I'm like, "Yeah, no shit,
No.
yeah, of course."
No,
they
I
want their
don't.
checks, you
No, I
dumb-dumb.
don't.
Nah, you can keep it this time.
You know what? Hold on to it.
Hey, I forget every 2 weeks to do it, but never remembered one.
By the way, on the first, did we get a check? Did you write me one?
No, I forgot.
Because my wife was like, "We didn't get a check." I was like,
we both don't remember.
and I was like, "I don't even know his name."
Oh my god!
I was like, "You ask him." What else do we have?
You didn't say.
Wait, how'd you ruin it? How'd you ruin it?
So the package came. I'm even forgetting what I'm talking about. The package came, and I forgot I had ordered a package. So the package came and it had my name on it, and I was like, "What is that?" And it was in a Lego box.
Oh, God.
Because I bought it off of a lady.
Pre-owned.
Yeah, but it wasn't used.
Pre-owned,
yet.
but new.
Yeah, it was new.
So
but
she packed it up herself.
Yeah, she packed it herself, but I actually saved a bunch of money, like, getting it this way. And it came in a Lego box, and I was like, did I order Lego? And then Maisie's like, Legos! And then Maisie, she goes and she grabs a scissors and she starts cutting the tape off of it. And Maisie's just ripping into this thing, and then she reaches in and grabs the Kate Spade purse and lifts it above her head. She goes, I've always wanted that! And I'm like,
so
what the fuck is
simultaneously, you disappointed your wife and daughter.
My daughter, yeah.
I like that.
Pro tip, you always send the gifts here.
Yeah. I thought I did.
Okay.
You forgot to even order it.
Yeah.
All right.
I really did. Like, the grief brain, that's a real thing. Like, I'm way off my game. But I'm getting better. I'm way better than I was. But yeah, that was the quintessential. So I ruined her birthday. She says I didn't ruin her birthday. Every time I see the purse, I get fucking mad as hell because I wasn't able to put everything that I wanted in there. I wanted to give her like a complete package and everything. I fucked it all up. So.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
What else?
We got little person. Dan, you made me write that down. Do you remember what that is? If not, we'll move on.
I am a little person. Write it down.
I honestly think that was to remind me of what I am.
Okay. What about not good at things? You also had me write that down. Very generic.
I thought that was about me.
That was to remind Tom of what he is.
It's little person not good at things. Put that on the website.
Tom and Dan.
Well, it's midget.
Not good at things and little person.
It's midget in the dum-dum in the morning.
So what about the end of Tampa Bay game?
Oh, this is Tom.
Yeah. So the two things. One is I know there's a lot of Tampa Bay.
Look, I'm the first to clown.
Fisher,
that was god-awful.
Fisher's like, look, it had nothing to do with it. It didn't even matter. Come on, man. You want me to bite on that fish? Come on, man. You know it matters. The guy forgot what fucking down it was.
Okay, well, here's the. Okay, I've been very vocal about voting, betting against, not voting, betting against Tampa Bay, just because, not because I think Tom Brady stinks or anything.
He does not stink.
I just think I like betting against the hype. And then,
by the way, he is the best. But I just want to preface by saying he is the greatest. But he fucked up.
Gronkowski did catch a couple passes. I was like, "Oh, he's back!"
Yeah,
but he had to.
Is he back?
He had to huff and puff off the field because he ran. He got probably like an 18-yard completion, and he ran for his life, and he had to go to the sidelines.
You know his problem, right? You know his problem?
Hit the oxygen.
He don't care.
Yeah.
He don't want to be there. Are you kidding me? That guy don't want to be there.
Also, I told Crystal, she's like, "Oh, he should have retired when he was the height." It was
he's coming to Florida to retire like everybody else.
But the thing is, I'm like, it's a different age. Like now, it's more important for him to be more popular. Everybody's talking about him again. Who cares if he's good or bad at football? Because after this year, I imagine he's never going to play again.
How old is he?
He's too old to play his position with his body. He just can't hold up anymore because
he's 43.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, Brady. I'm talking about Gronk.
Oh, sorry,
Gronk is
what's he? 34?
Yeah, he's
32?
early 30s. He's under 35.
What's his position?
Tight end.
Well, it's physical.
He's 31.
And he's
31.
Wow, dude, 31, hey?
But
anyway, he's braced all up.
No, but
he's been hit too much.
Yeah, he's got his ass kicked. He's a specimen.
Also, let's not forget that he took time off.
Yeah.
So think about getting older, taking time off, and then trying to come back into the NFL.
He
lost a lot of mass too.
He did. He lost a ton of mass.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
But it was never been about.
I think he does care. I think Gronk cares. I think Brady.
No, his heart though. Is his heart in football?
No,
That's
I think
my question.
So.
Gronk?
I think 100% because he would have never came back.
Yes,
if Brady didn't come to Tampa and he could come.
I might
to
need to send him some Stay Young gear because
okay. Send him some.
Here's the thing. I have no idea.
It's actually not a bad idea.
But my theory is he knew he wasn't going to come back and be good. He knows football enough to know that, right? Yeah. He lost so much weight.
He's
been a year
smart
out
for sure.
He's been injured since 2018 or whatever. He hasn't played a full season since 17.
It was 17 or 18 that he got really hurt bad.
He understands his brand. He makes more money. It doesn't matter. He didn't come back for the money. He can make more money being an analyst, being a personality.
No,
social
my
media.
point with money is that being visible increases your brand.
Yes,
I'm not saying that he's coming back for an NFL contract. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he comes back for money. I'm talking package.
Yes, yeah.
Well, is he still playing well, or is it?
No.
Maybe it's average.
What is he like? He's still in the top 50 tight ends you'd ever.
Yeah, I'd say
now today.
I think so.
No, you're right. I would put him less than any starting tight end. On any team.
I wouldn't put him as a starter, but I'm saying I still put him in the top 50.
Yeah. He may be top 50. Yeah, of course. But anyway, there's two things.
He knows his position.
So at the end of the game, if anybody didn't see, Tampa was driving. They just needed a field goal.
I don't like this.
But we have to preface.
I will not laugh at this.
Look,
this is not
I clowned on Brady for this because it's clownable.
Yeah.
Right?
And you're allowed. You're a Tampa fan.
But he did get hit a lot in this game, more than he's used to.
Yeah, he was mad.
Which is terrible for Tampa. Tampa's defense lost this fucking game. And offense. But it wasn't Brady, right?
Yeah.
Brady didn't fuck it up. People didn't help block him so that he didn't get... He got sacked so many fucking times.
Team sport.
Here's the thing. I don't want to...
So he got rattled.
I don't want to pretend that I'm an analyst and tell you why, but it's like...
But then that last...
He didn't have the worst game. He didn't have the best game. Obviously, there's
a lot of it wasn't his fault.
A lot of it wasn't...
And I'm not even a huge Brady fan.
He hasn't practiced with any of these wide receivers. Like, he can't throw a long ball to them because he doesn't know where they're going to be at. Because this is like, how many reps has he had with these people? Like, anyway, at the end of the game, he was driving down. They needed a field goal, and he threw a pass, and that was it. That was it, fourth down.
Yeah.
And then and everyone was like, "Oh!" and he missed it. That's it. Now Chicago's got the ball.
When he threw it,
no timeouts.
Everybody, I feel like, I mean, at least I did. When he threw that last pass, I was like, "Oh." He must be confused. Like, why would he throw that pass on the fourth down?
In that scenario, yeah. And then the commentators in the game were like, "Oh, that's it, game over." And then they're like, "Why is Brady still on the field? Why are they on the field?"
No, the camera went straight to him, and he's holding up 4.
And then he's like, 4? And then I was like, "No, they're going to clown him hard."
And they should.
And he made a mistake. But the
Sam's right. It comes with the territory.
How are you supposed to be the greatest of all time and you forgot what down you're on, sir?
There's only 4.
When all of society is like clowning you for one reason, right?
He's
the
got
stereotype,
I know, but you gotta take the power away because it was a dumb fucking thing that happened.
I'll tell you this: if I miss counts on downs, and I go home that night, I eat fucking all the strawberries.
There could have been.
I eat them all because I made a mistake. I'm going strawberry crazy.
There's lots of different rumors about why it happened and all that, but I'm not going to talk about that. It doesn't matter about why, and it could have been just a simple mistake.
It's not even a big deal.
QBs make mistakes all the time, and by the way, even if he did actually advance the ball, there's no guarantee they would have won. Long story, but if you make a mistake that kind of ties into the stereotype, the narrative of all media, it would be like Joe Biden fell asleep during the debate. Like, he did it! Like, you know what I'm saying? But so
it'd be like it'd be like, or if Trump walked by a woman and grabbed her by the pee.
You'd be like,
it's like
he's doing it!
You'd be like, well, hold on a second. He's doing
it!
Hey, guys!
And I immediately felt bad because I was like, oh no, because they're going to clown him so hard he forgot what down it was. It's a mistake that but
listen,
they make fun of how old he is. That's the Brady thing, and then he made a mistake.
I'm a Bucks fan, and I was like, oh, I'm clowning this motherfucker. Because it's ridiculous.
Also, every game, I lose track of every down.
Yeah. If it wasn't there on the screen, you wouldn't fucking know.
I watch football every single week, and I try to watch every game, and I don't know what's going on.
By the way, I'm looking to take this narrative all week. They're going to clown him, how he's a dementia, all the stuff.
Yeah,
and then
of course,
I'm going to vote.
Because it's funny.
I'm going to bet on the Bucks.
Because he's going to come back pissed off.
And he'll win.
I don't know, but I hate
who is
being
Green
pissed
Bay,
off. He just wants
it's Green Bay.
But the line's going to get better.
But
anyway,
it's over a week away.
So another thing too. At the end of the game, they were interviewing Khalil Mack, who is an awesome defensive end for Chicago, right? And like Pro Bowl player, Khalil Mack is really, really good.
Mack's the man.
They're interviewing him, and they call Nick Foles in the media and everybody like sports world. They call him Big Dick Mick, and Big Dick Nick, right? And that's his nickname.
No, wait. Do they say this on the ESPN?
No, they can't. But they say it in all the podcasts and all
Big Dick Nick.
Yeah, and Twitter. That's his
BDN.
That's his nickname.
BDN.
And I think it all started from the Super Bowl when he won the Super Bowl.
It should. I mean, truthfully, it should start from having a big dick.
yeah. But
I'm a purist, though.
Khalil Mack was doing the after game interview,
purest dick.
And they were asking him like, how, he's like, we played well, boys. And then he went to go talk about Nick Foles, and then he's like, Big Nick, and then he almost said it. I was like, and because it got in your head.
No, but that's good that he.
And then he just called him Big Nick, and then I was like, hey, you wanted to say Dick.
Of course he did.
That's his nickname.
Because it's fun to say,
too. And then I laughed, and I was like, well, also, you've got a bigger dick, for sure. You got a big old Mac.
You're Big Dick Mac, and he's Little Dick Foles.
Got a Mac truck.
For sure. I mean, Nick Foles is a big guy, but Khalil Mack.
Let me ask you a question. This is related.
Yeah.
When you're in the bedroom with your wife, and you're referring to your dick, what do you call it?
I do not have a name for my penis.
No, you don't say.
Do you not park that Big Mac truck right in her little garage?
No,
you don't talk to your. Do you talk to your wife? Do you like? I'd really like you to suck my dick now. Do you call it a cock? Do you call it a penis?
He doesn't talk. He just
remember.
So how do you know what's going to happen?
What do you mean? How do I know what's going to happen?
No, but do you say like?
I don't.
He just goes like
about it.
Yeah, he doesn't talk.
He points at it. and He goes like, "It ain't gonna suck itself."
He slaps it.
No, but how do you know where to go?
What do you call hers?
I never know where to go.
So
never saying no. Every time is different. There's no.
Oh my God!
No
you guys have snowflake sex.
Well, every time is different.
It's like I initiated every time differently.
Yeah,
so
differently.
I try to change it.
Sometimes
up.
you're like doing this. You're like flicking her face, and she's like, "What's happening? I'm initiating sex."
It's all a bunch of trickery.
No, but my point is, you don't say like,
no,
hey, because my wife will be like,
I'm not going to say that.
My wife will say like, I really want you to go down on me. Like that.
No. There's nothing, none of that. No one says
Tom tells his wife to stand back and bend down.
you don't ever be like...
Then I cough in her butthole.
All right, we're done.
I will end with this. Since we're clowning me. So
that's COVID.
COVID butt.
COVID butt.
COVID
butt. This is a testament to how bad at life and lazy and a procrastinator I am. So I recently got my phone fixed. Finally,
what was wrong with it?
Crack in the screen. And so
like the drug.
No, like I
got crack in my screen.
It's more like kratom in the screen.
No,
whatever.
I cracked it when I was cleaning my gutters.
Favorite jokes, by the way, is did you hear that Oprah Winfrey got arrested?
Don't tell your dad's racist jokes.
Well, you guys are not here anymore.
It's a new segment. It's called "My Dead Dad's Racist Jokes." Probably be the best.
Right
podcast.
before his Dead Man's Gold, which is sponsored by
it's called.
Wait, what is this?
City Slickers: The Legend of Dead Man's Jokes.
Yeah.
And then it's. Did you hear? Oprah Winfrey got arrested at the airport. They frisked her and found. They went up her dress and they found 20 pounds of crack.
Okay, is it
my dad's
it's
joke.
kind of the fat girl.
Mm-hmm. It's more fat than racist. It is a sprinkling of races, but it's more fat.
I feel like your papa would have cracked up at that.
Daniel's dad.
Oh, they're in heaven
You're
right
best
now.
friends, BFFs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They're standing and waving flags at an intersection.
That's
Oh shit! I really okay.
So
let's get out of here.
I'll explain how lazy I am.
Oh my God!
Well, you clean your gutters naked, and your phone fell while cleaning your gutters. Where were you storing this phone?
No, it was in my back pocket, and when I
all right, get to it. You fixed your phone.
Yes, but it was cracked for so long,
right?
That in like when we were taking road trips or anytime we were in the car with the kids, when it was like sun was going down, the sun would go through the windshield of the car, reflect off my cracked phone screen because I usually had it on my lap, and then reflect.
That's good for your testicles.
Or
driving.
What looked like a spider on the roof of the truck, right?
Yeah.
On the ceiling of it.
I hear a new game with the fucking kids.
And then the boys were like, Spidey! And they called it Spidey. And then I used to move it around and reflect the cracked screen.
Yeah, that's good. Play with the phone in your lap while you're driving.
Also, make fun of me.
My wife drives.
Yeah, like make fun of me like I'm the weirdo. This motherfucker's doing a broken phone Spidey? That's fucking crazy.
No, it happened because of the phone.
Spidey and Mouse Bro Adventures.
Oh, Mouse Bro.
But what I'm saying is that happened for so long that when my sons found out that I fixed my phone, they were actually sad and missed Spidey.
You killed Spidey. You killed Spidey.
That's how
Spidey. You killed Spidey. We're at a bad soccer match right now.
All right.
Or wrestling. They do that in wrestling, too.
Tom is done with Fun Friday. Look at him. Look at him. He hates it. He hates Fun Friday.
Who's going to be on Semantics?
So this week we're going to have our friend Stevie. She's also a BDM as well. And our buddy Jesse. You guys know him. He's a BDM.
I love them both.
And he also does a fantasy football podcast called Fourth and Dirty.
I need to send an email.
Tomorrow.
I need to send an email to Pearl the dog.
Stevie's doggy.
Stevie has a
basset hound.
She has a basset hound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I made up with the dogs, man. I want all the dogs. I want 5 puppies right now.
Yeah. I mean,
you can have my dog, dude.
Really
I'll give you my dog right now.
The only thing stopping you is sanity.
Yeah. I just think it'd be fun. I just think I like puppies. They're funny. They make me laugh.
I love puppies. I want more puppies.
Yeah, I want all the puppies.
That's what they say. The poop pyramid on the toilet.
That's fine. Work for Paris Hilton. All she had to do is suck that one guy's dick. I'll do that. I already said I'd suck 200 guys' dick if there was like a war happening.
200 guys.
Tony, how can people hire you for your
I don't know, bro.
services?
Don't forget his clothing brand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where can people go?
So
Don't give me me.
So stayyoungsb.com. Please go check it out. We're doing good things. We're doing good things, the best things. Please check it out. I'm very proud of my brand. A lot of people are getting back to skateboarding because of it. It's not just skateboarding; it's everything. It's a cool brand.
I can't not hear Trump.
Yeah,
my voice is kind of trumpy. But yeah, go to stayyoungsb.com and then follow us on Instagram at stayyoungsb. Also, I did a couple of podcasts this week. If I can plug them real quick.
Yeah.
Masters of the Cinematic Universe. That's Eric Pabone's one of Eric Pabone's podcasts. A couple of great people. We talked about Halloween, the movie. So that's going to be out pretty soon. Also, Just Surprise Me podcast. I just did that a few days ago. So check that out. And just
cool.
Awesome. StayYoungB.com, right?
StayYoungSB.
Stay Young B. That's what Tom is in the conversation.
I thought it was a cool thing.
Take it easy, B. Stay Young B. Hey! Catch you later, B. Catch you on the flip side,
That shows you how much he listens.
You know what? I love you and I hate you so much.
Yeah.
You're the worst and the best.
Stay Young B.
Of course he did.
Hey, stay young, Stay young, bitch.
I don't know. I don't skateboard.
You also don't listen to your friends who are trying to promote their fucking local businesses.
My flag. I'm going to the intersection.
I have laughed so much.
Also, hey, I'm just gonna go
Stay Young SB.
Yeah, for skateboard.
Stay young, buddy.
And I'm also gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, dude. I have a.
Say
it.
I get nervous. I'm just going ahead and say it.
No.
The brown and black people in this country. What's happening?
Oh my God!
What's happening?
Well, he's an American
Let
now.
me just say something right now. If I may have the floor. Hold on a second. I don't know what you're going to say.
I was like, goddamn American. No, seriously, my vlog. vlog, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm very close.
That'll
I am very close. So please, if you have a YouTube account, go to Toni Loves Skateboarding. That's Toni with an I. Toni Loves Skateboarding. Go just fucking give me a subscribe, bro. You know, I know there's a bunch of you. I just want to get to 1,000.
Hey, why don't you subscribe, B?
Subscribe, B.
There's not as many as there used to be.
Wow.
I'll put myself as
Hey, 2 years ago when you were here, we were just know that we are the popsicle of podcast. We are melting. Pretty soon, you're just gonna have a fucking stick.
But there'll be a joke on it.
That's why we're in business together.
You're the Doug Bounty Hunter podcast.
Who's Doug Bounty Hunter?
That's me. I'm Doug the Bounty Hunter.
Is that Doug the Bounty Hunter? No, that's just Quail Man.
We've done a lot of bad here today.
Oh my God, it's Quail Man. Stop macing me, Quail Man. Oh, my eyes, where's Patty Mayonnaise?
Just over here banging on a trash can.
Patty Mayonnaise out. Doug is macing.
Hot in here. Travis, what do you got?
Well,
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Ghostbusters coming out next year.
Well, actually, I have Stay Bustin'. It's actually it's a new thing I got going on. You go Redcoat Media. No,
SB.com.
DrOctor.com. If your proton back is certain you're back, go see her. She has a new.
For the love of God, how long have you been sitting on that one?
You know, you're fucking tired.
I second that.
How long has he been sitting on that?
I'm seriously having chest pains right now.
Help him.
Okay.
We gotta get the hell out of here. So we're off Monday, just so everyone knows. But we did do an OG show and a brand new BDM
and a brand new
ACT as well, so you don't have to worry about new content.
You know, I
hate the BDM show.
No, but
stop.
But the fact that we actually still provide shows means, and I just thought of this, we don't ever have to tell people when we're leaving. We could just go. We don't need to say it.
Dude, I do for people that check in on Twitch, because a lot of people get mad when they don't see us on
I'm
Twitch.
so surprised in the amount of shows that you guys put out, especially on like fucking tough situations and shit. Like, you fucking keep putting shows out. So,
You're so crazy. That's what crazy people do.
You were talking about my mom. Damn it! You're talking about. I know your mom died, and you still put a shot. I'm like, I have to hit the party. I have to do it.
Crazy people just.
I cannot do it.
well, you know what? Best sex I ever had.
Oh my!
You better talk about it. Come on!
Oh my God!
I'm not even laughing
And he's
at my
proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free. And I wanna get the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up
next to you and defend her still today. There ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the UK.
Wait a minute, we got a traitor in it.
God bless the US.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
And now it's time for the Tom and Dan end of the show footnotes. Today you heard music from
Get Dead. Now, I certainly don't want you to get dead, but I do want you to check out some of their brand new music. From their brand new Dancing with the Curse album, you heard the song Confrontation, and this is my punk rock pick of the week. After that, you heard some more new music from the Elwins. This is for Canadian Josh, because it's some awesome Canadian indie rock, and you can head over to their website, pre-order their new record, dropping on the 23rd of October. You heard the newest single, Hung Up. Next up was new music from the Antagonizers ATL with special guest vocals from Matt Henson of Noise. And yep, these guys are a rad oi band from Atlanta, Georgia. That must mean that they are a unicorn, a wonderful Atlanta unicorn. You heard the song Black Clouds. We closed out this week's show with a fun little poppy track from Bad Sons. I'm really trying to squeeze out every last bit of summer that I can with this track. It's called Baby Blue Shades. And on that note, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you tomorrow for the ACT Best Of. And Monday, we'll be back with all new BDM and OG shows. Love you. And as Tom would say, stay safe out there.